General nerdery.
It's just me, Oos. Day one, it's just me, Oos. Da 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 da. Forget how that part goes.
I get that reference now.
See? Welcome to General Nerdery, your podcast about liking things. I'm Zach.
I'm Tyler.
And that's Steven.
Hi, I'm Steven.
That's Steven. He's here.
I would have put money on you going with I believe in...
I believe in Joe Hendry. I thought about it. I did think about it.
It was delightful when you all started singing that.
Yes. Have we shown you the music video he made?
No.
Okay, I'm going to because and we'll get to it, but you need to understand how that song ruins your life because it just pops. It's catchy.
Okay.
Yeah, we're here to discuss the Royal Rumble, which happened on February 1st, and we are recording this on February 3rd, so it's fresh. I don't like how I said that, but anyways, we're here. I like that even less.
Where did that come from?
But before that, other than the Royal Rumble, what have we been ingesting?
Not a lot, because it's been a week.
Yeah, it's been half the time that we usually have in between.
Knowing the Royal Rumble was coming up, I just wanted to keep myself in a wrestling mood, so I've probably watched 4 or 5 episodes of old school Raw from my era.
Hell yeah. Was it called Raw is War at that point? Because I know at one point they just changed it to...
That is basically the point that I started watching it.
Okay.
Was the first Raw is War.
It made for a cool symbol, but it was... Mm-hmm. It is a mouthful of a title.
That's been a lot of fun. I'm probably just going to continue with it for a bit.
Why the fuck not?
Because we're talking about possible other wrestling episodes. And that would just be me doing homework for leading into mine. And beyond that, I don't know, Marvel Snap, Marvel Rivals.
Yo, man, the prizes that they gave us is we're so sorry you couldn't play for 2 days. Here's 2 months worth of shit to make up for it.
Dude, it honestly took me a half hour to just get through all the credit that they gave me in upgrading cards.
Yeah.
I literally just sat down and I was just oh, I got all this credits. Let's just upgrade this one deck of Dan Hip cards that I have. And I was I'm trying to get them all inked. So I was see what I can split, where I'm close on. It took me a fucking half hour of just going through that because I got so many fucking boosters and so many fucking credits.
Yeah.
I'm torn between, because I am working on a lot of getting stuff inked, but I'm also trying to get stuff gold for other decks, so...
Yeah. I get that. I'm getting much closer to being all gold on my negative tribunal deck.
Is there a way in-app to see them if you don't have them?
What they look...
Yeah, because
Oh, no.
Damn, I kind of wish that was a way you could see it.
Here's what you could get if you keep fucking trying.
Right. That would be pretty neat.
Just from the helpful standpoint, if then I could prioritize, which cards do
I want to keep pushing at this one or not?
Yeah, do I like this?
Now that I have an inked Deathlock basic card, I am starting to, change up, because I never really cared about that, but, I don't overly care about Deathlock as a card one way or the other. I just love my Destroy deck, and he's one of the few actually blow shit up cards.
I inked my Magneto, and I'm ooh, fuck me, do I want to ink my entire goddamn move deck?
Well, I think this month is when we're supposed to be getting the new character mastery system.
I don't know what that...
Which they had talked about before.
Yeah.
I did see a couple screenshots where last week somebody's game was bugged and it was showing some elements of what appeared to be the new character mastery system.
Interesting.
And it does seem like it's going to care about the amount of times you have split different variants. So you can still make it look the way you want using the custom card, but it will give you a reason to actually split different variants rather than just continually splitting the same thing over and over and over again.
And I don't really fuck with custom cards nearly enough. I only just recently started doing more of them as I was actually getting more inks and foil gold backs. Just because once I had that on a couple of them, but I had split it again because I didn't like the crackle or whatever effect it had on it. And it's like, oh, well, it's now the hollow or now it's the prism. It's like, but I still want that fucking inked one. I took so long to get it. I want that card using the custom for that. But then, yeah.
And then, yeah, I don't know. Then I guess I ended off the weekend playing some Elden Ring as I'm getting a character set up on PC to help one of my friends through. So,
Oh, fun.
yeah.
That's awesome.
That's about it, though. I'm just like, I want to get them far enough that I have a certain set of spells and stuff to be able to help and to make sure that I'm not going to be a liability porting into the game, especially because it opens us up to invasions. But I'm also intensely trying not to do things to make it where I just accidentally end up hard carrying, because it'd be very easy to do. I know exactly what to go grab. But that's about it.
Sweet. Yeah, it's only been a week, so I don't have a ton. Snap, Stardew Valley, still on those grinds. Me and my wife are still watching through Great British Bake Off. I'm watching random shows with her. She's watching through To All the Boys I Loved Before and XO Kitty on Netflix. They're book adaptations. Pretty good.
I've heard of the first one at least.
It's like a 3-movie franchise, and then they did a TV series. And it's got, oh man, why can I never remember his name? He's in My Big Fat Greek Wedding. He's the romantic lead in that.
Oh, I don't know if I can ever think of his name either, but I can think of what he looks like.
Yeah, I
in
can
my
see his
head.
face.
Yeah, he's in the 3 movies, and then he pops up in the show a couple times. And it's charming. It's nice. It's fucking some YA like gossipy bullshit at points.
Well,
Like,
it's called All the Boys I Loved Before. Like,
yeah. But that's been fun to watch with my wife. And then I rewatched Little Nicky.
okay, so I've been making fun of this movie every time it like comes up, but I am curious, how does it hold up in the year 2025?
Not as bad as you would expect. It's definitely of its era. It's definitely very puerile humor, but like they generally had a good enough sense to not cross any real hard lines to get to the point where they're being like wildly offensive. Like the closest they get to a fat joke that I saw in it was like a bunch of people are chasing Nicky because there's a reward for him, and they like pass a fat guy who's about to eat a candy bar, and he's like about to chase, and he debates about whether or not he's going to chase, and then decides to instead sit down and enjoy his candy bar. And I was like, oh,
Like, it's a fat joke, but also it's a thing that if I had to run, I would be willing to consider doing still.
it's
like,
a fat joke, but also like, you guys got me in that. Like, I'm not going to chase down this fucking. There's already 7 other people
yeah,
chasing
I'm
this
not
guy.
winning this foot race.
I'm not winning this foot race. I also don't really care that much about that much money. Like, yes, I would love to get a bunch of money, but like, I'm not going to chase down a stranger for it. I got a candy bar I can sit down and eat. Okay. Like,
It's all fair. Yes.
yeah, like they nothing truly offensive, but like there's definitely some dated jokes that are just like, oh, okay, that's of that era, but like surprisingly actually pretty good with a surprisingly banger of cast. Like Harvey Keitel,
Yeah.
Rodney Dangerfield, Patricia
Rodney Dangerfield is in that?
he plays Lucifer.
What?
He plays
Yeah.
Lucifer.
I completely...
He's the grandfather. And Harvey Keitel's his son, Satan, or what they're calling him.
Holy shit. Okay.
And then Satan has his 3 sons, one of which is Little Nicky.
Yeah. I completely fucking forgot that, like...
Dude, Chicago's awesome.
Like, there's a lot of really good bits in it. It's really funny. And his like metalhead friends that he meets are fucking hilarious. But also, holy shit, $800 an ounce? I get that it's New York in the 2000s, but that is so much for reefer, dude.
Yeah, that's so much money.
I couldn't even fathom paying that much money, let alone putting
Well,
that.
especially because everything else, it's more expensive now. Like, usually when you're like, oh, they spent $20,000 on a house. What would I have to kill to go back to that? But like,
Yeah, like just the meta narrative with us in human worlds. I was just talking off mic about how I got a really good deal that was $150 for an ounce. But yeah, no, it's fucking Dana Carvey. I feel like I'm missing people. There's a bunch of random fucking people in it. It's fun. It surprisingly holds up. It's streaming on Amazon at the moment. Then I also rewatched Die Hard with a Vengeance, and it is a 5 out of 5 star movie.
that is the fourth one?
Third one.
Third one.
Would be the best one if the first one didn't exist.
This is the one with Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Yes.
Okay.
It is the most over-the-top, bombastic, makes no sense if you try and dissect a single second of it, action film. That is like a great buddy comedy, like, thrown into circumstances. Highly recommended if you've never seen it. It's a great time. And I think other than WrestleMania, that's about all. Or not WrestleMania.
Did not watch WrestleMania.
I had, sorry.
It does. No, it's fine.
Listeners, I'm going to do that so much because I had WrestleMania for Rumble.
That pause, you were so desperate for us to like.
Oh no, I was watching you guys have to take that. I was watching you have to really live with that. And it was delightful.
I've got a couple of things. One, I started watching the anime Sakamoto Days, and it was good enough that I picked up the first 2 volumes of the manga, and considering there's only 3 episodes of the anime out, that was solid. It's a shonen, so it's like teen boy, but it's not a horny shonen, which nothing wrong with horny shonen, but it's a very different genre. It is about a hitman who, in John Wick style, has found love and retired from being a hitman, except instead of a sad story about everyone dying and him losing his dog, it is he had a child and got fat and started running a convenience store. And so far, credit to it, it has largely skipped any fat jokes.
Nice.
Like, the mobsters will always be like, oh, you've gotten so weak and fat. And then he, like, backflips and takes them out and whatever. And
I watched the trailer for it on Netflix after you recommended it. And I was like, they really stick the landing on the, but he got fat. And I was like, okay.
Well, I think it's because he didn't get any less effective when he got fat, and his wife does not seem any, less happy about it. She really loves her fat husband.
I want to check it out. I probably will do it soon.
Yeah, same.
Because it's 3 episodes, it's real easy to watch a couple. It's a barely ever talking, quote unquote, main character. Because it's an anime, he has a sidekick who is a former assassin who now works for him at the convenience store. And that assassin is a telepath.
Like, actually, or?
Yes, he can. Sakamoto almost never speaks, but you can occasionally hear his thoughts because it's mostly following from the point of view of his telepath sidekick.
I love that.
And most of that is him threatening to kill the sidekick in his brain. Like, his first thought is always straight to, like, I could just murder my way out of this. But he can't, because one of the deals he made with his wife to date his wife is he wouldn't kill people anymore. So she's like, if you murder anyone, I'll just divorce you and take the kid and leave.
Maybe not anymore, but how about any less?
It's cute, is really what it is. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's gone on for a while, so apparently, like, the manga has quite a few volumes, so apparently it worked out. But it's always a risk when reading manga. Sometimes they start really strong and then they fucking just get weird. And I could see how that could happen with this one. But also, I mean, so far I'm really liking it.
Oh, yeah.
On the same note, I picked up the next volume of Komi Can't Communicate. And it is the best volume of the manga that it's been in a while.
Nice.
Which I really enjoy. It was kind of...
God, I wish they would do more for Netflix.
I think there is a 3rd season. It's just not out. I don't know for sure though.
Get
But,
my
like,
hopes up.
I know, same. Like it never got bad, but it kind of dragged for a couple of volumes. Like it was losing some of its pacing. And then partly because the Comey and I can't think of the main male lead's name, but those two started dating. And Takumi?
Takumi. It definitely starts with a T.
They started dating, and that was kind of trying to figure out the pacing. This one, they've started to get it back, although it did have the worst chapter that Comey has ever done. Not necessarily, not a bad written, okay. It's a Yamai chapter. Yamai is the character who is like obsessed with Comey to the point that she kidnapped the lead and threatened to murder him and all that.
Yes.
In this chapter, and I had to read it, so you have to suffer through this. She's sick and decides that the only way that she will get better in her fever-induced brain is if she gets a suppository. And so the plot of this entire episode is like Comey arrives to take care of her because Comey's a good person, and she's trying to figure out how Comey specifically can give her a suppository. And it's actually a really entertaining chapter, but I have never hated a character this much. It's so bad.
I hate it.
It's really bad.
I don't like it.
I don't either.
Not that she wants a suppository. That's perfectly fine if she needs that for her own personal
We're not
health.
shaming butt stuff. We're shaming Yamai.
We're shaming Yamai for trying to make Comey put stuff in her butt.
It's completely different.
It's completely different.
And then I felt like I had one other thing, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. Oh, I did watch, because I'm also watching the other wrestling company now, and it's fucking lunatic. AEW is the like number 2 wrestling company.
Mm-hmm.
They are not the like worldwide sensation, family friendly, it's all for kids. They're,
They're the number 2.
So they can, and they're kind of self-financed enough that they can just go fucking nuts with it.
They're premium tier cable. You got to pay a little.
Yes.
You're going to get some weirder stuff there.
They can say the word fuck. Like, is really what it is. And it's a way bloodier show. But there's a character in it named Timeless Toni Storm, who is maybe the best thing in wrestling right now. Because it is a woman who was just a pretty average but talented wrestler who loses her mind and decides that she's a like washed up movie star from like the 20s.
Oh yes,
and she was releasing stories as like silent films as bits and stuff. After she lost her belt, she left for a while, and when she came back as her original just normal Toni Storm, and the storyline was that she had amnesia. And just like in the last week or two, it was revealed that she was faking the amnesia for reasons that don't really make sense, but I don't give a fuck. And at one point, when she's threatening the person who attacked her and took her belt, who used to be like her protege, and she was like, this is my child. It was a running story of this character, Mariah May, was like, she's my child. She's activated my ovaries, and I'm having motherly sensations. But in this, it's bad, but it's funny. And this one, I have never fucking heard the line, you came from my womb and I'm going to stuff you back up there and spit you out as a threat to someone.
I don't think that works.
I'm making this sound bad, and it is bad, but it's also so fucking funny.
Yeah, no, I just don't think you can spit that out. I don't think that connects that way.
Ending with like, she's smeared her makeup over her face.
God, no. Keep that to yourself.
And is screaming at her opponent, my name is Timeless Toni Storm, and I'm going to rip your tits off. And that's how they ended the episode.
I thought of one more thing.
Yeah.
My wife did something, and she was gone for she just joined the choir, and so now I have a week just a weeknight to myself.
Yeah.
And so I watched through most of an entire season of Animal Control after Tyler recommended it.
What are your thoughts?
I really enjoy it. It's a very enjoyable sitcom. It has just the right energy. I forget his name, Shred.
Joel Shred.
Shred's my favorite.
Okay. Not Joel McHale's character. His sidekick, his partner. Yeah.
Yes. Like episode 1 introduces him as like his new partner, and they are very polar opposites. He's got a very positive energy, very golden retriever Labrador kind of person.
Very golden retriever
kind of person. And like does some fucking great bits. I really loved. I love the bit about Spanish in community college. That really tickled me in a great way.
Oh my god! I just realized what you're saying. Yeah,
yeah. I recommend it highly. I'm gonna finish it.
Oh, and then for the last one, last night I watched the Star Trek Section 31 quote unquote movie event. Because they can't call it a movie because Paramount owns the movie rights to Star Trek.
And they can't call it a TV movie?
I don't know. I mean, everyone's calling it a movie at this point, but when they first announced it, it was a special movie event.
That's the biggest fucking cop-out in the world.
I know, and I love it. It's so funny.
How was the movie event?
I love Michelle Yeoh.
Who doesn't?
Yes. So
who doesn't? They should be fucking murdered.
I can't think. The billionaire from Ted Lasso, the crazy one from Nigeria. No, not from Nigeria. From
Sam Richardson?
Yes, he's in it. He's a lot of fun.
You just sold me.
It's gotten really bad reviews, and I think it's better than the reviews give it. Star Trek still suffers at doing crime.
Okay.
Like, I know you've not watched a lot of Star Trek. I know you've seen like quite a bit of Next Gen at least. You know how every time they try to do like an underworld, it doesn't really fucking work?
No, not really.
This is the best they've ever done, but it still only sort of works. It's the first time they've done Star Trek where almost nothing in it has anything to do with Starfleet. There's one Starfleet character, and she's not operating as Starfleet through like the whole thing.
Yeah, the closest they get to it is kind of when they do character like the I forget the lady archaeologist who
Vash.
That's like the best iteration.
But even then is rough.
But that's rough, and it's hard to call that really like a crime.
No, Picard's
narrative.
girlfriend.
Picard's girlfriend. Laura Croft crossed with Picard's girlfriend.
I mean, okay, Deep Space Nine does a little better, but even then, it's not great at the actual like crime bits.
Yeah.
This is a Black Ops team. It's also sincerely, severely weird to have Section 31 treated as something that's like not super evil, because it's
super evil, guys.
An active like Black Ops CIA group that the Federation doesn't even admit exists in other things. And in this one, it's just like...
Just because it's Black Ops doesn't mean all of it's evil. Sometimes they're doing cool shit, mostly evil shit, but like sometimes they got to do some stuff off the books that's good.
Try to commit genocide in DS9.
I'm not disagreeing with you that they do a lot of evil things.
It's just... Okay, when people tell me Marvel is CIA propaganda, I kind of just roll my eyes. This was a little CIA propaganda.
Oh.
It did not feel like Star Trek. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it was very... If it wasn't part of the Star Trek universe, I would have been like, this is very generic sci-fi action movie.
I'm still going to watch it.
Yes. I don't know if it'll make any sense to you because you've not watched any of Star Trek Discovery. So the character of Philippa Georgiou, the main Michelle Yeoh's character,
makes no sense other than what you've explained to me.
She was the Empress of the Mirror Universe Terran Empire, their version of Federation, and then got pulled into the main universe thanks to shenanigans.
So does she have a cool old goatee?
Not where you can see it.
Nah, but she's still hot. It's Michelle Yeoh. That woman has aged like a fine wine.
100% agree. Handy P.
And
you.
But
I love that the one editing this had the quietest of those.
Yep. As as part of a storyline thing in Discovery, she throws a conscience. Like, she's out of the world of the mirror universe, and she's like, that place kind of sucks. So she's still hardcore murder happy on the scale of the mirror, or on the scale of, like, the main Star Trek universe. But for the mirror universe, she's, like, fucking Gandhi. Okay. And so it's a whole, it's weird. And they don't really lean into that. It comes up a couple of times. You know, she has this line of like, what use is a monster with a conscience? And I kind of wish they had explored that a little more. I don't know. It's not nearly as bad as all the reviews were saying. Like, I've seen a bunch of stuff making fun of how bad it is. It is not that bad. Sam Richardson is a lot of fun. Michelle Yeoh's great. It's worth watching. It is one of the weaker entries into Star Trek. But I'm also a Star Trek fanboy, so...
Sweet.
Yeah.
Cool.
I guess we'll take a quick break, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1... Alright, because you asked for it. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Alright, I'm not doing the whole thing. It gets long.
Also, I still haven't seen the video. You guys didn't show it to me yet.
We'll show you after. So Joe Hendry does not work for the WWE. He is a wrestler for a different company called TNA. Total Nonstop Action. But they just made a deal recently where they can, like, trade wrestlers with each other, so TNA people can show up on WWE and vice versa.
Oh, that's fun.
Hendry is maybe the best known right now of the wrestlers not for WWE or AEW. He makes up a lot of songs making fun of his opponents. Like, one, he was going up against a guy named Ethan Page, and the song went like, Ethan sucks, believe in Joe, Ethan put on some clothes. Like, he'll just come up with songs and make little music videos for them and stuff.
That's
but
charming.
He made his own entry music. Like, usually it's all made by one other person. It's Def Rebels doing them for WWE right now, which is not amazing, but some of them are good. He made his own, and then he released it. And he timed it right to a time of year where there wasn't much going on, so it placed in the Apple iTunes charts.
Just because of his fan base / WWE fan base playing.
Yeah, because wrestlers were like, "This is amazing," and he does a whole music video with it that has him playing electric guitar while wearing like a silk shirt on like the Lochs of Scotland, because that's where he's from, and the wind, and like
great.
And it's funny because he's been trying to get it into Eurovision to go compete in that.
That'd be so good.
And he's like, one, it'd be amazing because it'd just be like good for me. But two, I would look like such a sociopath because non-wrestlers don't know who I am. And then I just show up and just sing a song about myself for like a minute and a half and leave. Like,
oh, that'd be amazing.
So I love Joe Hendry.
That'd be the best thing since Lordy winning.
I have barely seen Joe Hendry wrestle. I don't give a fuck if he's good or not. Like, he is at least decent. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't really care if he's good or not. I just enjoy Joe Hendry, the like smiling chaos demon that he is.
That's a pretty fun persona.
Okay, so we've talked a little bit about this, but just as a reminder, I got into wrestling roughly like a little under 13 months ago, like a year and 3 weeks ago.
Recent enough that you actually can put a date on it like that.
Yes, like I had started watching. I had the new the 2024 Royal Rumble hadn't come out yet. That was the first one that Cece and I like sat down and watched, and we didn't watch it the night of. We watched it like a couple of days later. So this is Cece and I have been in it for about a year now. Tyler was watching when he was the era-appropriate age of watching. Although, actually, with some of the shit they get up to in the Attitude Era, I don't know if that's a true statement. Like, wrestling is theoretically for kids. You were watching it as a kid.
Well, yeah. Well, we'll set this up. This was Steven's first time.
Yeah, first full watch, and like if I had ever seen anything else, it was very cursory, like a YouTube video of something. Most of my knowledge is cultural osmosis of like wrestling through various bullshits / Ready to Rumble.
So, knowing when we tackle new subjects, we usually start off with our history with said subject. I made sure to do a little bit of research so that I was actually able to put some dates into place, because I can mostly track how I got into wrestling. The thing that primed me for it but didn't get me into it is I am not quite old enough to be a little Hulkamaniac. However, pop culture cycles were different back then.
They lasted longer.
It was still kind of a thing when I was little, even though it was technically years past.
I feel like it was a thing
I
when
had
I
a
was
Hulk
little.
toy.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I had a Hulk toy.
But it wasn't like the real, like the big Hulkamania.
Sure, it was like before he turned in the NWO, and the WCW was kind of like, God, you do so many acronyms when you talk about wrestling. But when World Championship Wrestling was kind of doing like a legacy run of...
But mostly it was just that, like, I liked the movies he was in when I was young. I loved, like, Suburban Commando. I love Rocky 3. Like,
Wait, aren't these legendarily bad? I've never seen any of them.
Oh, none of them are good.
Mr. Nanny.
Mr. Nanny. Suburban Commando is a fucking blast from the past, though. Ooh.
Three Ninjas, High Noon at Mega Mountain.
Yes.
He did that fucking, like, Tropic something. It was like a TV show that was a spin-off of one of his bad movies.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if I saw that, but...
Something in Paradise or something like that? It doesn't matter.
But I didn't start watching because of Hulk, but it kind of primed me. Like, I knew what it was because of how big of a celebrity he was, and the fact that, like, people had explained to me who he was because I was watching things like Suburban Commando. What got me into wrestling, and Angus, you've been bugging me before every episode dropped for the past couple weeks, so I know you're listening. Playing the I think it's the 1994 WWF Raw video game. I can't remember if it was on Sega or Super Nintendo.
Oh, so
Angus and
even
his brothers,
before the N64.
Angus and his brothers had both, but it was playing that game, and it has to be fucking... I know you're listening. Correct me if I'm wrong, Angus, but due to the lineup, I remember exactly 1, 2, 3 Kid, Bam Bam Bigelow, Bret Hart, Diesel, Doink the Clown, Lex Luger, Luna Vachon, Owen Hart, Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, and Yokozuna.
I must have known people who played this game, because this game sounds like that roster lineup sounds familiar to me.
That was also just, I mean, some of those are legendary
that lineup
characters.
is very close to a WrestleMania, the arcade game that was also in arcades at the time, which I do know I played, but because it was in arcades and not at home,
You didn't play
play
as
it
much.
nearly as much.
Understood, yeah.
That is also like, before I was into wrestling, I knew who The Undertaker was, at least like loosely. He was one of the ones that I was always like, I think I would like you if I got into this.
So that game came out late 1994. I don't know whether Angus got it right away or not, but I'm guessing latest is like late 95. I'm playing that pretty often, getting to know who these different wrestlers are. Then within the next couple of years, WCW World Tour drops for the Nintendo 64, and I start playing that with my buddy John, who we called him Huda. So me and Huda are playing that a bunch, and then WCW vs. NWO Revenge comes out, and by that point, I am definitely also watching weekly all the time, doing my best. Like, if it's a boring WWF fight, I'm flipping over to WCW.
Oh, God, because it was the Monday Night Wars.
Monday Night Wars.
In the 90s, there was a second company called WCW, World Championship Wrestling. They were trying to destroy WWF, what's now WWE. I love that they had to change their name because the World Wildlife Foundation sued them and won.
I mean...
Pandas beat the WWF.
One
for
of
the
those
name.
is much more arguably worldwide.
I know. It's so funny to me. But anyways, they started what was called the Monday Night War. So Raw, which is like the main WWE show, was on Monday. Still on Mondays. Mm-hmm. They put, what was it, Nitro? Nitro, which was like the flagship WCW show, also on Monday. So it was harder for people, you know. I watch 3 wrestling shows a week. Oh my God, I watch 3 wrestling shows a week. But they're all on different days. So on Monday, I watch Raw. On Wednesday, I watch Dynamite. On Saturday, I watch Collision if I don't have other stuff happening.
So like NCIS Los Angeles, NCIS New Orleans, NCIS Sydney.
Maybe more accurate would be like NCIS Los Angeles, CSI whatever. But if they put NCIS and CSI on the same night at the same time on different channels,
Got it.
so you could watch one or the other.
So yeah, it was like if Jim Neidhart's fighting, I'm like, I don't care. I'm going over to WCW.
Mm-hmm.
And is WCW the one that Royal Rumble?
Yes.
No, WWE is the Royal Rumble one.
Oh no, Ready to Rumble.
Ready to Rumble. Sorry, I make that mistake up.
I knew what you
pretty
were
frequently.
talking about.
Yes.
And so yeah, I was watching during the height of the Attitude Era. Went a little bit into what's it? New Generation. Ruthless Aggression.
New
era.
Generation was before.
That's right. New Generation is before. I started in the New Generation.
Mm-hmm.
I love these generation terms. New Generation, Ruthless Era.
Golden Age, which Golden Age and Hulkamania are kind of the same thing. Hulkamania is kind of the tail end of the Golden Age.
Mm-hmm.
Golden Age ends when Hulk leaves the WWF and they start what's called the New Generation, which is a bunch of the older wrestlers were just literally aging out of it and not performing anymore, and they were losing people. But it suffered partly because Vince McMahon, fuck him, couldn't get over the fact that he wanted a Hulk Hogan still. New Generation sucked, so they ended up with the Attitude Era, which is where they just went, how much can we push the envelope?
Gross.
Some of it's really good, some of it's not.
Exactly. There's actually really good things about that era that paved the way in good ways for things to come. Also a lot of gross stuff.
Sometimes in the same character. Looking at you, Goldust. But
I know who that is because Tyler told me about them.
I love Goldust. I love Dustin Rhodes. I love the whole Rhodes family. You saw his brother. You didn't like him because he wears a suit.
I don't like him because he wears a suit and he has American in his name.
Fair.
And those are two things that are like dog whistles for me.
No, I was really proud to hate Cody, and I'm actually very fond of Cody. But
Cody is my favorite Rhodes.
I don't know. Fair. I love Dusty. Dusty's so funny.
But here's the I just gave the timeline, but here's some things that I had never revealed before on the show.
Ooh.
Because I knew that at some point we were going to do an episode about it, and I wanted the fun reactions. If we had a VCR right now, I would be showing you guys the backyard wrestling tape that me and my buddy Huda made. I do believe it still exists. I believe it's still in my possession. We only got to do one match because then as we were practicing in between matches, figuring out what we were going to do for the next one, I managed to sprain my ankle very badly trying to jump off of the tree in my front yard.
Why would you do that in the front yard if it's backyard wrestling?
The backyard had way more chance of landing in dog poop.
But backyard wrestling.
Dog poop.
I do have a VCR. I'm just getting that out there.
I'll tell you this much, from what I can tell of real wrestling.
Dog poop.
Dog poop?
There was a wrestling match. I've not seen it, but I've heard of it.
Oh, you told me about this, yes.
Where it was supposed to be like dangerous hounds circling the ring or something like that. But the dogs were just dogs, so they just humped each other and shat all over the sides while Big Boss Man and I think Al Snow are trying to do a fucking...
Mankind's Have a Nice Day is the first biography I ever read.
I watched a video with Mick Foley, and he was talking about his last interactions with China.
Mm.
And one, it was heartbreaking because he was just friends with her, and he was
Yeah.
like, she was trying to make a comeback and having a hard time, and he was just trying to like help her out. He fucking volunteered at a suicide hotline for a while, like made his mall Santa thing. Like for a
Yeah.
guy that likes getting hit with barbed wire bats, he is the most like weirdly gentle human being.
Agreed.
Everything you've told me about
I
him,
love Mick Foley.
he's edging forward to be my favorite
He should
favorite
be.
wrestler. Now, out of curiosity, so you said Mankind's autobiography. Is it written by Mankind?
Yeah, with the three faces of Foley, it can be
Yeah.
hard to tell.
And then the big one that I've been really waiting, and this is the fun one. Me and Huda together in 8th grade were tag team belt holders on an online wrestling role-playing message board.
Oh my God.
Oh
Let's
my-
just
oh my God.
really tap into like 2002
Oh my goodness,
with
Tyler!
one sentence.
I love you. You are a beautiful human, and that is thank you for sharing this. That's fuck. I have so many questions. The biggest
My
question-
character's name was Fixer,
Okay.
with 3 X's. It was what if
Really?
What if James Hetfield of Metallica was a mix of a knockoff between Undertaker, but liked hanging out in the boiler rooms like Mick Foley?
So Metallica meets undead zombie mortician meets weirdo that hangs out in the basement.
Yeah.
Love it.
Incredible.
Huda's character, Incesticide,
Yeah, dude, Aaron's got a lot to answer for, boys.
was like basically just like what if Raven, but also kind of Mick Foley.
Like ECW Raven?
Yeah, like the grunge.
Yeah, okay, yeah. He was just what if grunge was a rock or was
Was
a
a wrestler?
wrestler.
Oh,
Like just the concept of grunge music, basically. Like
okay, cool. And so, how do you hold a tag team belt?
We would write out portions of matches that the other people on the message board would vote on, and we eventually won the belt. We did also, if I remember correctly, I believe we also got kicked out because we kept writing ends to matches, which you're not supposed to do, but we were just like, fuck it, we're getting all the votes anyway.
What kind of bullshit is that? You're not supposed to write the ends.
well, if you're writing the end, you're showing what happens. Like you're making the idea of RPing on messaging boards back in the day is you would write part of it and then you would leave it so it's not finished so someone else could jump in and write like the next bit.
oh,
I hated them because I was bad at them.
this is a blind spot in my internet knowledge.
Good. You're better
Yeah.
off.
I've blocked most of it out until I was starting to have to be like, well, yep, that was something I did.
Hey, okay, if we're going to tell embarrassing wrestling things, I did look up if there was any kind of wrestling school, like pro wrestling school around here, partly because I think it'd be a fun way to get into shape, and partly because it just looks fun. I think that if wrestling was like it is today back in the 90s, and I'm not knocking on any 90s wrestling, it just wasn't my style when I was a kid. But watching the wrestling I'm watching today, if I had been like 10 to 15 years old, I think I would have tried to become a wrestler. I think I would have failed because I was a fucked up kid, but like,
Yeah, and then I just sort of petered out for a while.
yeah,
And now I'm kind of back. I have been like halfway keeping up with things ever since that last SummerSlam I went to, so
it's fun. Like
Yeah.
you kind of keep up with the characters and stuff. I am sure that I will burn out a bit and slide in, but like before I got into wrestling, I remember thinking like, I'm getting kind of tired of this thing I've been obsessed with for a while. I can't wait to see what my next hyperfixation will be. And like it kicked in hard. I haven't hyperfixated on something this hard since either my phone fighting or comic books, which is how I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
I mean, I've got my Jey Uso hat. I've got the Undertaker shirt on, but mostly because I can't find a better sweatshirt for work. Like, it just serves the needs the best.
That's one of the big takeaways from having watched Royal Rumble with y'all, is that I now understand most of your wardrobe.
I know.
Both literally the t-shirts that you're wearing, like what they're referencing, and then also a lot of your style now makes a lot more sense.
Which I still think is funny because that style existed before I got into wrestling.
Oh no,
but it's one of those that looking back, I'm like, all right, yeah. Like in retrospect, as much as, because for years I would look at it and be like, maybe wrestling, and watch some of it and be like, this is kind of fucking dumb. And I don't know if I was just not in the right headspace, or also like literally the dark times of wrestling, of like when it was at its worst, was 2015 to like 2021.
Upon further reflection, I don't know enough about both, but I could tell you there's a pretty big overlap of the Venn diagram of Bella Garth and wrestling.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
No, it is fake violence, but it's still real violence.
Full contact, fake violence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hitting each
Full
other in a way
contact
that
theater.
Yeah, I mean, Bella Garth is definitely not theater,
Yeah.
but like it's got some of the, the dressing up, and then you pick the name and the blah blah blah, and like, so I see it. But yeah, Steven, I have to admit, because I was thinking about this episode, I am most curious about your reaction than anything, because I have my like watching this and being like, oh, this is setting up a story, or oh, that's a fun, interesting payoff, but like,
Overall, I had a fucking great time. It was a great experience. I was so happy to have gone and done this. I do think that it is for me like watching any other sports. I know this is sports entertainment, but it's close enough to sports that I'm going to count it in that I don't watch sports. When I do watch sports, it is with a large group of friends, and there are finger foods and delicious treats. And
so, as reference to how we did this, because I think like Cece and I decided to make a like experience of this, partly because we knew we were doing an episode, and partly because it's just we get anxious when people come over, so our solution is how much food can we make them.
oh my god, dude, the tacos are so fucking incredible.
Yeah,
So Cece did a taco bar, and there was both goat and it might have been lamb, but I think it was goat.
I think it was lamb.
It was lamb? Okay, yeah. It was lamb and pork, both of them put in the crock pot and slow cooked for like 10 hours, 12 hours.
It was lamb because she had feta to go with it.
Oh, yep.
Do a
Feta and
Mediterranean
tzatziki.
style kind of like thing.
And then I made jalapeno poppers, or not really jalapeno. They're stuffed jalapenos, you know. It was cut a jalapeno in half, empty it out, put in cream cheese,
A better jalapeno popper.
and then put some garlic and some chili powder, bake at 400 until it starts to brown on the top. And then I ate too many of them, and I regretted it the next day. I now have discovered heartburn.
Oh, no.
It's fine. It was not high-level heartburn, but it was like, right, I'm 36.
Yep, there you go.
Like,
Root beer float and jalapenos right before bed. That'll do it.
yeah, and then root beer floats with the Olipop root beers that we can get at the store.
Fucking delicious.
Yeah, it was real good. And then watching the Royal Rumble, which I love the Royal Rumble. I will say it is too long. It is about an hour longer, 45 minutes longer than most other wrestling shows. And I don't know what you would cut from it, but after a while, I was just starting to get
like the obvious
wore
thing
out.
that was the least interesting part that was most easily cuttable for me is obviously like the most necessary part of like, yo, we got to reset this stage. We got to get people. we gotta do some stuff. Get everything going. Get all of these women out of here. Okay, bring these tag team assholes in here. We'll let them go for a little bit.
I felt so bad for the tags. But real quick on that, of when I went to a live show, one of the most interesting things, and I feel bad saying this because like there was good matches, but watching the speed at which they like changed the ring when they needed to in between matches. Because like match would end, they'd go to a quick commercial break. They have 2 minutes. A guy would go in there and was like vacuuming stuff, or like not vacuuming. They had the air blow, like a leaf blower, basically blowing stuff off, getting that, changing anything, getting stuff out of that, and like just this like, oh, it makes sense that you have done this 1,000 times. But yeah, so we will talk about the 2 Rumbles, but real quick first, there was a best 2 out of 3 falls match between DIY, which is a group that I do not, they're talented, but I don't care about them.
I didn't care for them.
And the Motor City Machine Guns, who
I
were disappointed to find out were the good guys because you were ready to hate them.
They're the good guys? Because I hate them, but I liked them. Of the people there, I liked them most.
Probably, yeah. They love to do kind of machine gun noises with them. Admittedly, I was cleaning the kitchen during this match. Because I knew I was going to make jalapeno poppers and I didn't care too much about this match. So, like,
it was fine. It just felt like a good mid-card Raw match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have put this at the main event of SmackDown or Raw, and I would have been like, all right, like, it's not a storyline I care a lot about, but I have no problems with it. The most exciting part made no sense, because at the end, the Motor City Machine Guns lose because a third tag team called the Street Profits show up and basically take out both teams, but do it in a way that Motor City Machine Guns lose. It was confusing. I did not fully understand what they were up to.
I think basically like they wanted them to lose so that they could take the belt
from DIY.
They think they could take it from them more so than they could take it from
the Machine Guns.
Or they just would rather take it from them to be like, fuck you.
Well, and the Street Profits had been attacked, so there was a like storyline of like what happened, who attacked the Street Profits, which is a common go-to when a wrestler gets injured, which happens all the fucking time.
Super brutally fuck them up with that crutch.
Yeah, they fucking snapped that crutch in half.
They snapped that crutch in half in one swing and then used that broken crutch to swing it again.
I will say, at WrestleMania 40, which is, we've talked about doing WrestleMania 40 episode, those two and Bobby Lashley, who is one of the biggest human beings I've ever seen. He's not too much taller than us, but he is like just made of muscles. He's one of the few that has belts in both actual MMA and wrestling. Those 3 team up against another one, and Snoop Dogg does the announcing for it.
Oh,
and it's one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen.
Well, I'm in.
That was one of the fun things watching during my era, is occasionally when I would flip over to watch the WCW matches, you would catch one with color commentary by ICP.
Oh yeah, ICP
Wild.
They're big wrestling fans.
I remember one specifically where they kept calling Sting Chicken Wing.
Fucking I think the bassist
Winger
of the Smashing Pumpkins bought the National Wrestling Alliance and runs it.
Wow.
Yeah, you told me about this when
we were watching Muppet Mayhem, and I didn't get the wrestling joke the first time I watched it. But yeah, that guy, Billy Corgan, owns fucking wrestling group.
Does he have a show or a documentary out about it recently?
I don't know.
Freddie
Prinze Jr. wrote for Raw for a while.
Nice.
After he got tired of acting, turned down the lead role in The Walking Dead to be on the writing team and almost led the writer's room for Raw.
He got...
What if that universe happened?
He got the role of Jigsaw in Punisher Warzone, and then the producers wouldn't actually let him take it.
Why not?
Still don't know to this day. They forced the director to take his audition. And then when he actually won, because it turns out he's actually a gigantic Punisher fan and knocked it out of the fucking park.
He's actually a really interesting dude from what little I've seen of.
I mean, given how well he fucking just like falls into the role of Fred and Scooby-Doo in such a beautiful way, and like having seen him in various other things was like, oh dude, this motherfucker can act.
Well, and he plays Kanan Jarrus in Star Wars Rebels, and it's like, I mean, that's just a voice acting role in a Star Wars show, but he fucking kills it in every single scene he's in.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the other in-between match before we get to the Rumble.
Yeah, let's talk about... So this is Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens, which I kind of was going to win no matter what, because I really like Cody and I really like Kevin.
Cody is my favorite Rhodes. I grew up with Goldust, of course, and Dusty was a little bit older, but I never cared for them. Either of them. And Stardust was popping in right about the time I was popping out, and that was almost part of the reason.
Cody would agree with you. If you ever watch his special, or like his documentary, he did not. He had one period of time where he liked the Stardust character. So, okay.
I showed him a picture.
On the way home, on the drive home, Tyler explained Stardust as well as Goldust, and showed me photos of both. I do not like Stardust. It is a hard no for me, dog.
He got in a wrestling match with Stephen Amell, and I believe Amell was wearing some of his Arrow kit at the time. Because those two are super good friends.
My apologies, listeners. You're really missing out on a lot of just
on the coming face that you just subjected us to.
I guess that was a coming face, but I didn't.
You went and like full body shook. Like
I just didn't know how to react to that. That was also fun when fucking Stephen Amell gets a little side shout out in the crowd.
Yeah, he's a huge wrestling fan, and he's close friends with Cody. So, original Rhodes is a guy named Dusty Rhodes. He's a big fat guy. I don't say that offensively. He's just a big dude. He was
also a great way to sell me on almost any wrestler.
Yeah, you loved Otis.
I fucking love Otis.
He was the son of a plumber, and he's just this kind of southern...
The American dream.
Cowboy, the American dream. And, but he also had a bit of a lisp, and there's a great fucking, the wise man, Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman, like, learned from Dusty, because Dusty was also a booker. He was behind the scenes a lot. And Paul Heyman's impression of Dusty is so fucking funny. And he's, because Dusty was aware that he's one of the greatest wrestlers that ever lived. And he's like, I'm just such a super genius. Follow me, baby. Because he called everyone baby. And then his son got in as the original American Nightmare and then changed to Goldust, who was a washed up drag queen starlet kind of character who later just turned into a fucking weirdo. And Goldust is fun, but some of their early stuff, it's weird because, like, it would be problematic today, but it was pretty cutting edge in the 90s, and a lot of the queer community, from what I understand at least, and I obviously can't speak for the mid-90s queer community. But
you're not time travelers nor queer.
Or not queer enough for that, but like... he's kind of accepted as like pushing the envelope of what you could get away with of queer representation on TV and in something like wrestling too. And
interesting.
Dustin, the son, has talked, the Goldust has talked about how playing Goldust made him appreciate more what the queer community had to deal with on a day-to-day basis.
Awesome.
But also some of the shit, if you watch it now, you're like, whoa, no.
I mean...
Well, so where I'm watching in the old Raws right now, as I was doing this leading up to SummerSlam, not some fucking Royal Rumble and shit, like was involving a storyline where the King was like, well, you're gay, right? And Goldust having to be like, well, what does it fucking matter? But no, I'm not. How I present isn't my sexuality?
Yeah, like the some stuff is like really in the pocket takes, but also he would like fondle people. Like so it
Yeah.
really like was
Got it.
it's
Goldust was very uncomfortable.
but purposely so. He apparently was told like, "Oh, we want you to play this really androgynous character." And he's like, "Yeah, sure, I can do that." And then hung up and looked up androgynous and was like, "Oh, okay. Let's figure that out." Cody comes in. Cody plays a couple different roles, is created as Stardust, who is a cosmic supervillain / Goldust's little brother. It's awful. It's funny, but not in the way it's supposed to be.
I do not like it.
Neither does Cody.
It looks bad.
The only time Cody liked Stardust, according to him, is after his father died. Cody fucking loves his dad.
Mm-hmm.
After his father died, he was able to just kind of disappear for a while and be Stardust and not have to like... It was a kind of a shield that he could wear for a while he was like dealing with his father's death.
Mm-hmm.
And then he leaves WWE. He helps found AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Comes back to WWE. He is now the American Nightmare, which is 1, a love letter to his dad, but 2, a love letter to his older brother, because his older brother had been the original American Nightmare. And then he sort of took over the company.
Cool.
Like, the belt that he is holding is the one belt that his father never got, basically.
Oh, wow.
Like, so it's a belt that means a lot. And Dusty won the fight to win that belt, but like there was a disqualification or something, so he did not get the championship. It's weird because wrestling is fake, but not fake. So something happened. His dad didn't get the belt. So he always wanted to win the belt to give to his dad. And then he didn't get to because his dad died before all this.
Bummer.
And Cody has been running as a face character that a lot of people hate because people don't like a guy that's just like seems to genuinely be trying to be decent, but also lives in the world of wrestling. So sometimes you have to throw someone off a motherfucking ladder.
Yeah, like what is his persona exactly? I haven't quite gathered
You
it.
also saw it from the weirdest point because it's Cody when he's pissed gets violent. But you have to push him to get to that. Cody is trying to be the consummate babyface. There's been an argument that there's not been a true pure babyface since like Hulk Hogan, except Hulk Hogan sucks in real life. But like in the 90s, it was all bad boys.
Got it.
You know, the biggest example being a guy named Stone Cold Steve Austin, who was all about open up a can of whoop ass and drinking beer in the middle of the ring. And he was, you know, he was a 90s tough guy. He's good, but he was a 90s tough guy. John Cena kind of played it, but like half the crowd fucking hated John Cena.
Yeah.
Which is funny because everyone kind of loves John Cena now. I'm not saying you do, but like just there's enough people around.
I wouldn't say love, but I like him.
I respect him. Well, and it's the part of it is he's been working for 23 years for this company, like doing his best. So I respect it. Cody is like he'll give stuff to the kids. He'll like pick up a kid and put them out during his entrance so they can do the like wow thing together. That's part of his, you know, he's the guy that's there to like smile and shake your hand and help out someone in need. And like when you attack one of his friends, he'll come running out no matter what he's wearing and back that guy up kind of thing.
Got it.
And he won that belt with the help of like half the fucking locker room because Roman Reigns had been holding it for 3.5 years in a group called the Bloodline that was sort of a mob made out of all of The Rock's cousins.
Of which there are a lot.
There's so many of them.
Yes, that was another thing I learned is how many fucking...
We only saw 4 of them at the Royal Rumble.
Only 4.
Yes. The Tongans weren't there.
Yeah.
Solo wasn't there.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. We had a whole bingo game that...
Yeah. Oh, that was the other thing. CC set up a fucking bingo game.
The bingo game was awesome.
Yeah. I did not get a single bingo. I was so mad.
I got one bingo, but I was the third person to get bingo in that.
No one got bingo in the men's one.
No one got bingo in the men's one.
But
there was also a lot of people that we were expecting to be there or that just
didn't.
Didn't show up.
It's hard to guess because it's a huge roster and you're choosing who's going to show.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the big names who usually wouldn't be in the Rumble were this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Cena hasn't been in the Rumble in years. Roman hasn't been in the Rumble in years. That takes out 2 spots that might be filled with a weirdo like Uncle Howdy.
Mm-hmm.
I love that name.
That's fun.
But anyways, the guy Cody was fighting is a guy named KO, Kevin Owens.
Which I liked because fat guy.
Yeah. Who can do just like a somersault onto people. I don't know if he did it there, but like he climbs up on the ring and then some people backflip into someone else. He just like falls and does a full 360 and lands on them.
Rad.
It's real good. Kevin Owens got mad at Cody because Cody helped someone Kevin Owens didn't like and fucking lost his mind and has been running around as a villain attacking everyone ever since.
Well, stop that, Kevin.
I
like you too much. Don't do that, Kevin.
He's so good at it, though. He's so fucking funny as a heel. He also... They did like an 80s themed night where they brought back like the 80s style championship belt.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
The Winged Eagle.
Mm-hmm.
Cody and Kevin fought for it. Kevin lost and then attacked Cody afterwards, stole the Winged Eagle belt, and has been running around declaring himself the true champion.
The undisputed champion.
Well, because it's the undisputed championship.
Oh, that's funny.
And he's like, no, I'm the real champion. I've got the Winged Eagle belt. See? Like... So that's why there were the 2 belts, and it was a ladder match, so you have to climb up the ladder, pull down the belts, the winners, that. I think the winner of that belt, or of that one, was really the one small ladder they put in there for some reason.
Tiny ladder.
Everyone loved the tiny ladder.
Tiny ladder was the highlight of the night for me. Favorite contender of the entire match.
And people keep thinking, there's a lot of discussion, is Cody turning heel? Because at the end of that, KO's in a fucking... like crumpled ball bleeding
fucking ass over head after getting brutally beaten to a fucking pulp.
And Cody's standing there holding up the belt being like, yeah. But also, and I'm just going to point this out, KO tried to murder him like 3 times in that match and has been for months before. Like he was setting up to do a pile driver, which is a banned move in WWE because if you do it wrong, you break someone's neck really easily.
Oh, shit.
Like, in real life, you're not supposed to do a pile driver. Kevin's been doing it in storyline because he's good enough that people are, like, trusting him to do it.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, he was setting up to do a pile driver when Cody turned it around on him and threw him into that ladder, and he looks dead.
Yeah, I was still like when when we saw each other today and like we're talking about it, I was like, yeah, do you know, is Kevin okay?
Ironically, Cody's the one that sounds like he's real life injured after that match.
I'm not surprised, but also like fucking
which bump was it that he took? There was one where right as the camera cut back, you saw the ref pulling his hand away from checking on him.
Oh, shit, yeah. I mean, they have to do that.
Yeah.
The week before...
Wild.
There's this guy named JD McDonough who we like to make fun of because he's got a weirdly big head. Like, it looks wrong. He looks like a bobblehead.
Okay.
He's got short arms and a big head. And I feel bad making fun of him for that because that's not his fault. But, like, it's weird. He fucked himself up because he overdid a jump in a match and his back hit the announcer's table, but not in the way that you're supposed to break the announcer's table. And he broke multiple ribs and punctured a lung.
Ooh, no.
And finished the fucking match.
Holy shit.
You can see the ref like checking on him and clearly being like, just stay down and we can get you out of here. And he wouldn't do it. He's like...
I don't like that. That's fuck.
It was after the big suplex onto the ladder that was in the ring before they moved outside when they were both lying there fucked up for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
when they cut back across to looking at just Cody, the ref was pulling his hand away from doing the check.
Yeah.
Wild.
Okay, so this actually kind of leads into a question I was going to ask you about. Like, it is the running truism that wrestling is fake that drives every wrestling fan insane, but it's also accurate. What was your view on, like, level of violence you were expecting or level of, like, physicality you were expecting versus what you got?
Well, knowing a little bit from what I've heard from you and what I've like seen on, I follow a couple of people on Tumblr who also post about wrestling. So like I'll get some highlights of random things. And so we've talked about like chain matches and stuff like that. So I know how fucking brutal they can be, but I also know that they're structured in a way that they're doing things that aren't going to clearly damage you as much as it looks like it's going to damage you.
Usually.
Or trying to.
Yeah. No, for sure.
So I was expecting to see some blood type stuff throughout it. It was surprising. Like when Cody was fucking bashing in Kevin's face, that was too much for me. I was not there for that.
I am astonished how inured to like blood stuff in wrestling I've gotten so fast. You would have not liked the Hell in a Cell match.
Probably not. But like I understand that like they're doing it in a way that like they know how to probably like either break a nose or make a bloody nose in a way that it looks bloody, but no one's hurt.
There's a story.
So I can't tell you 100% exactly how he did it, but I can basically tell you how he did it right there. There was a couple of those times when he was slamming against the announcer's table where he basically let go of his head and he was doing it himself. Only one of his hands was wrapped up and he probably had a jib in there. He took out the little bit of razor, stuck it right into the eyebrow there and twisted it.
And it pops. Like the forehead cuts bleed a ton with very little.
And that's why when you cut back to it, you don't actually see any slice. There's just blood on his forehead.
Yeah.
And it's because he probably did it right in around the hairline. So you don't actually even see the cut, and then just drops the razor right there.
There's you watched that Maven video.
Yeah.
There's a story Mick Foley has in his Hot Ones, fucking watch Mick Foley's Hot Ones interview. It's so fucking funny.
Oh, I should watch that.
But,
that'd be fun.
He talks about there is a old school style of wrestling where if you punch someone at the right spot, it will do a similar pop and they'll start bleeding. And Foley knew how to take that punch. And a younger wrestler was like, do it on, you know how to do that, right? And he's like, I know what they are. And he's like, do it on me. And he's like, I've not. And I'm like, no, you're going to do it and it'll be fine. And he couldn't get the punch right. So he just punched that dude like 5 times in the head. Eventually he's like, stop it. Like,
and that's the thing. I say the twist because it's new school. Old school guys will actually like
slice it. Yeah.
Oh God, I hate it.
Yeah. I don't like
to think about it. But I
mean, also sometimes you just start bleeding. Like,
that too.
Yeah.
That was one of the things I was going to bring up, especially compared to SummerSlam. This one, they were connecting better. I'm pretty sure I saw some shots that probably earned some receipts.
KO is real good at that.
I mean, and I'm just talking across the board during this entire event.
Yeah. Well, and like you had, I mean, a couple of wrestlers you had in there, because like having Sheamus in there, Sheamus fucking hits you.
Mm-hmm.
Sheamus is fucking big.
Yeah.
Sheamus is also very pale.
He does that on purpose. He showed pictures in an interview I saw of him in his early days, and he's trying to like bronze up and keep his hair short and like look like a ruthless aggression era wrestler, kind of John Cena it up, and everyone else was like, what are you doing? You're a giant weird Irishman. Fucking lean into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess the Rumble matches themselves.
So my thoughts are, first, to start this off, is like, I'm so happy I finally got to see a Rumble. Never got to back in the day. Much like SummerSlam, I never used to watch the pay-per-views back in the day.
Because you didn't have access.
Right, didn't have access. That being said,
That's so weird to think about that. That's just a thing now. Like, Pay-per-view, does pay-per-view even exist anymore?
Yes, but I mean, AEW just stopped doing them a month ago because they got the HBO Max deal.
Now, I will admit it didn't bug me too much because so many important storyline things happen during pay-per-view events that they kind of had to show clips during like Raw and stuff. So you knew everything important that happened.
Mm-hmm.
They were constantly talking about it. Like a month later, you might start seeing highlights anyway and stuff. Like,
But you're
Just to keep the story in the meta-narrative.
a lot of payoff stuff happens at pay-per-views, or I guess PLEs now,
Yeah.
premium live events.
but the problem I have with Royal Rumble is it's much like a big event comic where there's too often everybody's having to sit around being stupid while storyline happens.
That's fair. And this one was a weird one because, as you pointed out, like there was a point where there was almost half of the entire Royal Rumble because it's every 2 minutes a new wrestler goes in. They leave when they are out of the match when they're thrown over the top rope and both feet hit the floor. 30 wrestlers total. At one point, there was like 17 wrestlers in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
That's too many wrestlers.
During the Women's Rumble. I don't
Yeah,
think the
yeah,
men's
they
ever-
could not fit 17 of the men in that ring. But it's just too many wrestlers. Like there was some fun moments of it, like where everyone keeps trying to attack Bianca in the corner and she keeps just like backflipping over them and making this like cartoonish pile up. It's fun, but like it just got hard to see what people were doing
Mhm.
because there were so many wrestlers in there. I am glad. I love the Royal Rumble. I'm glad that it happens once a year.
Well, Penta also spent half the match on his back.
Yes, Penta was very much just like off in the corner, just kind of laying there. I very much love Penta.
He joined WWE 3 weeks ago.
That's great.
I mean, he'd been wrestling for years before this,
But
but
just joining WWE and then already being at the Rumble, it's kind of a
they were clearly
feature.
pushing him. They're pushing him hard. They've been looking for a new Rey Mysterio for years because Rey is 50 and he's a luchador. There's only so long you can do those kind of flips.
Yeah.
And the reason he can is stem cell research. He's been very open about that fact. But they're going to need to find a new major lucha, and they're clearly hoping it'll be Penta El Miedo.
Which I'm all for.
yeah. He had
Especially
some
when his
cool
brother
moves.
Phoenix joins. Ooh, it's going to be good.
I think I preferred overall the women's Rumble personally over the men's Rumble.
Women wrestlers, in some ways, I think are more interesting. One, admittedly, because I like looking at them more. I'm not going to pretend that's not true.
You are 100% right. That is definitely a factor in my enjoyment. In that, like, there was like, ooh, wow,
Yeah. Wow. And
Wow.
we didn't even have like,
damn girl, I'd be so fucking lucky for you to crush me.
Yeah.
and we didn't even have most of the damn girls because Rhea Ripley wasn't in it because she's a champion, and Jade Cargill, who has abs that literally anyone could beg for. Like, holy shit, Jade Cargill is the definition of you could pop me and I'd be like, thank you.
But also some just fucking statuesque, beautiful, big women, and I'm just like, here
And
for
tiny
it.
women. Like,
And tiny
Zelina
women.
Vega is gorgeous, and
Oh, yeah.
she's 5'2".
Not to knock them. Apparently, I have a type.
A lot of people who watch wrestling find out they have a type for Amazons. But, like,
And Trish, the puppies.
okay, I'm going to have to ask about that in just a sec. But what I was going to say is, beyond just, like, they're hot, and they are, you can get a little more variety, I think, with women's wrestlers in a lot of ways, because you're less... One, oddly, it's one of the few places where women are wearing more clothes.
Fun.
Like, think about it. A lot of the men were wearing, like, shorts or Speedos or whatever. The women generally had, like, a full costume.
Yeah, generally are covered up a lot more. And I think, but like also,
There's more range of body type, too, though, because we have Zelina Vega, who's 5'2" and tiny, and we have Nia Jax or Piper Niven.
which Piper Niven, fuck me, dude. She is cool. I was like, I got home and I was like, okay, I'm going to show my wife this cool ass fucking wrestler.
I will have to show you a scene from the 2023 Royal Rumble. Before, Piper had been going by the name of Dewdrop, and it did not work. It was awful. She hated it. They hated it. Vince McMahon had picked it for her, from what I understand, and he was fucking lost by that point. I mean, he sucks, but like he was also bad at his job by that point too. But she came out as Piper Niven, and literally the announcers kept going every time she did something, instead of being like, and they would just go, Piper Niven. Bam, Piper Niven.
Niven.
We cannot think of anything else to say because it's too busy respecting Piper Niven.
And like I forget the character who she's like, she comes in.
Chelsea Green.
I didn't care for her, but I did like her accidentally kicking her out. That was very
They're going to
fun.
have a match at WrestleMania. I am certain of it. So Chelsea Green is WWE's resident Karen.
Mm-hmm.
That's her whole thing. She used to play a role of the hot mess. And that's why in her intro song, she's singing, I'm a hot mess.
Okay.
And she's just an annoying bitch. That's her entire thing. And she has sold it as a comedy character so well because she's a fucking awful winner and an awful loser, but in a way that kind of makes you laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she got thrown in a dumpster, and it was one of the most satisfying things I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was very satisfying when she got thrown out. I was like, that's a great little turn.
But she so like leans into the role that I have started to like her.
Fun.
To the point that like she's the first. So there are 3 kinds of belts: tag belts, which you saw, main event belts, which is like what Cody has, and then what's called mid-card belts. Mm-hmm. Those are for belts. Giving a wrestler a mid-card belt is a good way of like, we think you have potential, but you're not ready for the main event scene yet. This builds up your name, your reputation. We can kind of test you out a little bit on it. They
got it.
Women did not have mid-card belts until this year.
Oh, wild.
The women's division sucked for a long time. They didn't even have belts for a while. For a while, it was called the Divas division.
Gross.
And they would have bra and panty matches, which you would win by stripping the other down to bra and panties.
Actually, let's get into this real quick. This is one of the things that started happening during the Attitude Era.
The Divas belt was in the shape of a butterfly, and it was bright pink. That was the #1 championship belt for women.
Yeah, it was one of the things. Attitude Era had high highs and low lows. That was some of the low lows. But at the exact same time, it also had the first time in the company's history where they were billing women as being legitimate wrestlers and not just novelty acts. Although there have been legendary women on the roster for decades.
Yeah, Mae Young was fighting in the 40s.
It was always as a novelty.
Mm-hmm.
They were never really taken seriously. And it was during the same time they were doing bra and panty matches, they were being like, oh, by the way, this chick can legitimately kick your ass. And Trish Stratus was one of those who would be
I'm assuming the puppies is her titties. Yeah.
That actually dates back to like the 80s, I believe.
I don't like that terminology for female breast because I like puppies too much. And I don't want to conflate the two because I don't want to think about that when I see puppies.
But she was the one getting it during that era.
Yeah. I mean, Lita didn't have it any fucking better.
Right.
There's a character in AEW right now, a woman named Harley Cameron, who just plays a lunatic, but like, she's fun and weird and shows up with a guitar. Mm-hmm. She's got, and I say this respectfully, some truly outstanding knockers. She's so fucking hot, and in that area particular, but she makes jokes about them, but it's her making jokes about her boobs, so
it feels okay.
Yeah, you can get away with it.
It was like, oh, okay, you're doing it. Got it.
Yes, exactly. It's I can make jokes about being bald. You can't make jokes about me being bald.
I can laugh at a joke that you make about being
exactly.
bald.
I mean,
I can't laugh at a joke about being bald unless it's really funny.
And obviously I am picking like something that does not matter as an example, but like you get what I am
yes.
saying.
We need to talk about Ione Sky?
Io Sky,
Io Sky.
the queen of the air.
Who I think found out is my new favorite.
she's
100% my favorite woman wrestler of everyone we've seen. The only other, yeah. Yep.
She's incredible. And she leads a faction that's basically a couple of little hers. That's unfair. Asuka and Kairi Sane are both very much their own wrestlers, but it's the like insane Japanese women faction plus one lady named Dakota Kai who's a New Zealander.
We found my favorite faction.
Damage Control.
Also, not gonna lie, like the more I see her, the more I kind of love Liv.
Liv Morgan? Oh,
Yeah.
she's great. She's
I mean,
a
Dawn
bitch.
sucks, but
Liv is a truly great heel.
Yes, and I don't like her, so she's really good at it, and I don't like her.
She's a talented wrestler. You don't like her, but when you watch her long enough, you start to like her, and that cackle she has is so good. The ha 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 she does. And you're like, I will fucking like choke you. Like, she's such a bitch, but I don't know. I've been watching her for the last year, and I really hope they don't reignite her feud with Rhea. Not because it wasn't good, but because I've been watching that for like 6 months, and it was a great fucking feud. But it's time for them both to go other directions. I look forward to seeing what she does. I think she could put some very much needed life in like the tag division, which is starting to look like because Liv was champion for like 4 or 5 months. And it's always the question when someone has been the big champion for a while and then they lose the belt, what do you do with that wrestler next? Because they can go back for the championship again, but after a while, it just gets on repeat.
Make them go crazy.
That's the common thing, yeah. Do we want to read through who entered
Who all showed
and
up?
just see if there's any names that...
Let's see. Io Sky.
Loved her. Favorite.
Absolute. We showed you her diving off the top of the cage in a trash can.
And that's when I fell in love, and that's when I was like...
The following year,
was
she did
first
it
called.
again, but she got a custom painted trash can for the spot.
It's such a good bit.
Liv Morgan.
Watch me.
Roxanne Perez.
Real quick on it with Liv Morgan. She says, watch me, and then she puts a giant eyeball on that very nice ass. Here's the thing about wrestling. You will kind of objectify all of the wrestlers because it's beautiful people of all genders and all sizes beating the shit out of each other.
Okay, I'm not gonna. I've heard different wrestlers bring up the objectifying part of it in interviews, and across the board, they've all kind of been like, we know what business we were getting into.
Yeah, like, there's taking it too far. There's making Lita and Edge do the live sex show, whatever the fuck that was. It was bad.
Gross.
Don't worry about it. It was bad. But also, like, yeah, we're coming out here in fucking swimsuits to tackle each other a bunch. Like, you can get away with it. Especially when you still treat these women with respect everywhere. Like,
Yet they could still brutally beat me to death with their bare hands.
the weakest one could destroy me with one hand.
Yeah.
Like, Roxanne Perez is just about to go up to she's been in NXT, which is the training division. She's gonna be a star.
She made it pretty far, right?
She was the third one in and the last one thrown out. That's a huge sign of confidence in her.
Is it Lyra Valkyria?
Lyra Valkyria. She's Irish. She has a cool crow cape like the Morrigan when she comes in. She is the new Women's Intercontinental Champion, which is one of those mid-card belts.
Chelsea Green.
She's a hot mess.
B-Fab.
B-Fab has been working as the manager for the Street Profits, which is that tag team that showed up and beat them up with a...
Was she the one with the really great green outfit and like the long hair that
She's got like the long hair and the dreads. No, that's Bianca Belair.
Okay.
B-Fab has kind of red cornrows or something like that. Like, I don't remember the actual style, but she's not been getting to do much lately, or she didn't get to do much for most of 2024. She's just starting to do stuff now, so I am excited to see what that leads to.
Ivy Nile.
Ivy Nile is the Americana girl. She's part of a whole team of heels.
Oh, right. She was baby Kurt Angle, right?
Yeah, Lady Baby Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
That whole group is little Kurt Angles. This is BFAB.
Oh, yeah. BFAB was cool.
She's fine. I don't say that offensively. She's gotten a lot more attention in the last couple of weeks. I am looking forward to seeing more of her. I'm glad to see her getting to wrestle.
She was interesting.
Yeah. Ivy Nile is a really good technical wrestler who's playing a heel who is there to win championships. And I'm America, which makes me deeply dislike her, but that's okay. I'm supposed to.
The biggest problem is that none of them are Kurt Angle.
If you watch Chad Gable, who will come up later, in actual wrestling matches, he's way closer to Kurt Angle than they let him be here. He's very good.
So
no one's Kurt Angle, though.
I was about to say, Steve, for reference, Kurt Angle was an actual Olympic gold medal wrestler.
Okay, yeah, and he was in the crowd,
Yeah.
and he like brought those 2 medals with his daughter, and she had the medals.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He's like like Chad Gable. Both of them are actual competed and won in the Olympics in real wrestling, and then joined pro wrestling.
Zoe Stark.
She's one of a group called the PFC, the Pure Fusion Collective, and they are kind of generic heels. She's good.
Lash Legend.
Lash Legend is the tall black lady. She's just getting promoted up from NXT again. She's good now. She's going to be a star.
Bianca Belair.
Bianca Belair is the EST of the WWE. She's the fastest, greatest, bestest. I don't think bestest is part of it, but I'm not as good as she is at this.
Great. I loved her.
Watching her lift people. Also, she has that long braid. She was going to cut it, and her husband was like, no. Like, everyone else has the short hair. You have the braid. And she has the rule of, like, I won't hit you with the braid unless you fuck with the braid. But, like, the welts that she can leave on people.
Ooh, I can only imagine how hard she could hit someone with that.
Shayna Baszler.
Shayna Baszler wears a mouth guard, which is not a bad idea, but it makes her look evil because it's got this, like, black mouth guard, so it looks like just, like, black maw in her mouth. She was actually teamed up with Ronda Rousey when Rousey was in the WWE. I like Baszler better of the two of them. She's also generic evil person right now. She's not bad. She's just, I don't actually think there's a bad wrestler that came out in this bunch. There's a couple of them that I don't overly care about because I only have so much spoons.
Yeah, that was kind of the another problem, is that it was a little bit overwhelming with the amount of wrestlers I had to take in. Like, there was a couple that I had the benefit that you showed me YouTube videos beforehand, and I like got really into them beforehand, so I was looking out for them.
I like introducing with the Royal Rumble because it's kind of just a like quick summary of everything, but it's also a like overwhelming experience.
Yeah.
But the fun thing about starting with the Rumble is when someone comes in later when we're watching other stuff, we're like, oh, we've seen her before. Like
Bailey.
I love Bailey. She's
Bailey's
the role
great.
model. She's she was part of a group called the Four Horsewomen, which a couple of them showed up here.
Nice.
Charlotte Flair was one of the Four Horsewomen.
Of course.
Charlotte Flair, who will come up, is the daughter of Ric Flair, who is one of the most legendary wrestlers of all time and led a group called the Four Horsemen.
That's fun.
So the Four Horsewomen were never an official group, but they were just kind of dubbed that. And what it was is when WWE got shamed out of the fucking divas and like actually treat wrestlers like they're real and don't do 2-minute matches anymore. Like, they would literally be like, all right, that's fine. You're going to fight for the biggest championship there are. You have 2 minutes to win this belt. John Cena's got 25 afterwards, and we can't have you kicking into that time. It was bad.
That's bad guys.
The four horsewomen, who is Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Becky Lynch, who did not show up here, who I was sure was going to show up here, and a woman named Sasha Banks, now known as Mercedes Moné over in AEW, who was in The Mandalorian, were the four horsewomen. They're the ones that kind of like kick down the door and like, you will take us seriously.
I know of Sasha Banks by name because a podcast about wrestling references her.
Sonya Deville.
Sonya Deville, I think she's part of PFC as well. She exists.
Maxine Dupree.
I love Maxine Dupree. Maxine Dupree is part of a group called the Alpha Academy. They were originally Chad Gable as a good guy leading this goofy gang of people that included Otis, who she dubs Otis. Yes, Otis. Do it, Otis. And Akira Tozawa, that's the little dude that got taken out before he even got out of like the entry area.
Oh, yeah. I was kind of bummed that I didn't get to see him.
I feel Tozawa gets his ass kicked all the time, which is too bad because he's supposed to actually be a pretty good wrestler, but he's just playing this comedy character. But Chad Gable turned evil and those three turned on him. And now they're just these fucking weirdos that called themselves the Alpha Babes. And wander around. And she's in a lot of ways, she was hired because she's hot. Like traditional hot too. But she's become a decent wrestler, and she threw out Ivy Nile, I want to say.
Oh, wow.
Who Ivy has been like beating up on her for a while now too. I'm pretty sure she eliminated.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. Naomi.
Naomi is married to Jimmy Uso, who is one of the Uso twins. She is... Her character was originally kind of a rave party girl, which is why she has so much glowy shit. And now she's just, and I don't say this negatively, neon and faux fur and glow in the dark while kicking you in the teeth.
That's fun. I like that aesthetic.
I'm also pretty sure she's about to turn evil. But we'll find out.
Jada Parker.
I think one of the NXT girls?
Yeah.
Oh, she's the girl that my wife will not stop talking about her ass.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. Remember her now.
Yep. CC is a big fan of Jada Parker's butt.
And then I saw it and I was like, oh, yeah, no, I get it.
Yep. She's right.
Yep.
She was, I want to say, she either did karate before this or she was a soccer player. The first time I ever saw her fight was in a match, and one of them did karate and one of them was a soccer player. So I get them. Yeah, okay. God, there were so many nice asses in that one specific, and this match too, but.
Piper Niven.
I love her.
She's so fucking cool.
She's a bigger girl, but she's she's strong.
Yeah, dude, she just came in and she fucking just straight up picked some women up and manhandled them.
Oh, I wish they would treat her more like the powerhouse that she is. She should have just been picking up and throwing women out.
Yeah, she should have been called into clean house a little bit to
because there was a lot of them in the ring.
There was a lot of fucking like Ione Sky left like she was lasted at least till like
she lasted a long time.
I keep saying that wrong.
Yeah, that's fine.
She lasted
Io Sky.
Io Sky.
Yeah.
She lasted an hour 6 minutes,
which is a fucking new record. I think Roxanne beat her.
Roxanne did hour 7:47.
Bailey had a new record last year that was like an hour 5. So like both of them, yeah,
wild. Yeah, like some of them lasted really long.
Piper should be one of the unstoppable powerhouses. But unfortunately, she's often played as a powerhouse, but the powerhouse that the smaller person ekes out a win against. Which is fine, but like, I think she is going to go into she's been tagging with Chelsea Green for a while. She's been playing, ever since Chelsea won the US title, her Secret Service protection. And like, will literally like show up in sunglasses and a black suit and be like, safe for the champion to enter, like hand to the ear. And what I love about this is if you look at it like in universe, it's clearly these two just having fun being goofs, but she has accidentally cost Chelsea a couple matches recently in the same way that they did here of like going to help her and then accidentally squashing her or knocking her out of the ring or whatever. So I think that Chelsea's going to turn on her. They'll have a big match and she'll win a belt at WrestleMania, or she should, and fucking shoot her to the moon, man. She's very talented.
Natalia.
Natalia is the niece of Owen and Bret Hart, which is
Daughter of Jim Neidhart, who I mentioned earlier.
who you do not care about.
He was fine, whatever. I didn't care for basically the entire Hart Foundation. So
The Harts,
The Hart Foundation is so fucking stupid. It's so funny.
their last name is Hart.
No,
like
I get
real
it.
life last name.
No, I get it. That's the joke.
They basically created Canadian wrestling.
Awesome.
And Bret the Hitman Hart is considered one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, if not
I do
the
like Bret.
greatest.
I do like.
Do we know
Everyone
if they're
likes
related
Bret.
to Corey Hart?
They
No.
are not.
Oh, sad.
For once, a different Hart.
And also, in
Different
fairness,
Canadian Hart.
everyone likes Owen Hart too, but that's because he was a nice dude and he has a sad end. Like,
Yeah, that was the bummer. Some of those old matches I was watching.
you're like, Owen. Owen died in the ring.
Oh no.
He was supposed to like zip line down or something, and something went wrong, and he fell
Oh no.
and died, and then they kept the show going.
Oh no.
And like, on one hand, I have some kind of sympathy of like, what the fuck are you supposed to do at that point? He wasn't immediately dead. They took him away in an ambulance and he died
And, like,
shortly after. Like,
And definitely like a theater mentality. The show must go on.
but also like his widow was like, they fucking just vacuumed the blood off of the mat and sent out the Undertaker.
Like the Undertaker just came out next.
No,
or-
like the Undertaker came out next and did a match. I watched a review of that show and they were like, they should have just ended it right there. The rest of it is so deeply uncomfortable because the wrestlers are like not there either. They want to make sure Owen's okay. They liked him. He snuck pigs into Vince McMahon's office one time. Like,
I like him now.
yep.
I mean, I think I always liked Owen more than Bret.
I think Bret was too willing to tell you how good he was.
Yeah.
Natalia is a great legacy player. I think she deserves way more credit than she gets. She's been doing this for fucking ever at this point. And she seems really down to work with new talent. And she'll like change up her look to match their look, which I really like.
Jordan Grace.
Jordan Grace is the newest hire. She was the TNA world champion, and then or at least women's champion. I don't remember what it's called there, but she just ended her contract with TNA like 2 weeks ago, and she was doing interviews being like, don't know where I'll go. Maybe I'll re-sign with TNA. And I was like, shut the fuck up, woman. Like, we all know. She was putting up pictures being like, definitely won't be at the Royal Rumble. Here's tickets to go visit my mom for her birthday. And everyone's like, no one believes you. She is one of the most ripped human beings I've ever seen in my life. Holy shit, that woman has so many muscles. I know that in reality, we all have the same number of muscles.
But we see more of theirs.
Yeah, but I don't believe it when I like look at her.
Meechin?
She's a lot of fun. She's been running out with a kendo stick and beating the shit out of Chelsea Green with it. Not a lot more to that. She shows up with a kendo stick, hits you with it a lot, and then usually loses the match, but I don't care.
Alexa Bliss?
Harley Quinn.
Oh, yeah.
She was actually also basically playing Harley Quinn to a character known as The Fiend, who was just a horror movie character.
Weird.
Yeah. I've
A
not
real
really...
Daddy's Little Monster.
Yeah. Very much so. It was weird, but I've not seen much of this. Alexa has been out for a little over a year because she had a kid.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, great for her. I'm looking forward to seeing some Alexa. I don't have much on her other than she's Harley Quinn. And I say that in a positive way.
Yeah, no, it's pretty much the way you describe her, if you need to.
Zelina Vega.
She is the daughter of an Attitude Era wrestler. I forgot to look up which one. She's tiny. She's like maybe 5'2".
Oh yeah, she was a little one. One of the smallest wrestlers I think we saw.
Her cousin's Amazing Red, but
I swear her. Okay, I could be wrong. She's part of the. I don't know. I could be wrong, but anyways. I like her a lot. The first time I ever Savio Vega was a Puerto Rican professional wrestler. I'm pretty sure they are related, at least. It does not matter. I have ground this to a halt as we're trying to figure this one out. Zelina, the first time I ever saw her in a way that I watched, she was in Puerto Rico, dressed as the Puerto Rican flag, and the crowd fucking went wild for her, and you could like see her crying from like the power of this emotion. So I have always been very fond of her, and yes, to be objectifying again, she has another one with just an astounding chest.
Candice LeRae.
She is Nia Jax's little minion. She was kind of Manic Pixie Dream Girl, I think, before. I don't care. She's fine. She is doing a good job at being the angry little minion to the like final boss character.
Stephanie Vaquer.
One of the greatest luchadors in the world. She just joined. She's working in NXT. She's Chilean. She's extremely good. She didn't get a lot to do here, which is going to happen in the Royal Rumble, particularly if you join late. But she's the one that has that move where she like knocks you to the floor, puts your head between her knees, and like slams your head repeatedly into the middle of the floor.
Yes.
She's going to be a fucking star. I mean, she's already a star, but she is going to be a mega star. Like,
we already mentioned her, but Trish Stratus from my time period.
She's a Hall of Famer.
Very impressed at how much she was doing in a fucking knee brace.
No, that's Charlotte Flair.
Oh, sorry.
I believe she still has the record for the longest reign as WWE Women's Champion.
Quite possibly.
Oh, now I remember who we're talking about.
Trish is
generally regarded as one of the greatest female wrestlers ever.
Easily.
Was the poster girl for them both pushing her as a real wrestler, and also you are going to be in the bra and panties match because look at you.
Mm-hmm. When I say I do not care about her, I literally mean it. And just like I haven't watched that era. I know that she's a legend, and I know the wrestlers I care about all like adore her. Several of them have listed fighting her as like the ultimate dream match. Of the two, I prefer Lita, and those two were kind of the like.
It was like her, Lita, and China were the three like legit.
Yes, Lita's my favorite of the three of them. Trish,
I agree with that. Lita's the favorite of mine.
She was a punk rock girl. She formed a punk rock band after she quit wrestling.
Awesome.
I can tell Trish is great. Is kind of my connection to her.
Raquel Rodriguez.
She is Liv Morgan's muscle. You can tell she's turned bad guy because she wears sunglasses a lot now.
Charlotte Flair.
She's the Ice Queen. She's the daughter of Ric Flair. The internet has a mixed emotions about her because she wins a lot of championships and there's debates about whether she's earned it. I have seen a total of 3 matches with her, maybe. She was good in all of them.
Yeah, very, very impressed at what she can get done in that knee brace.
The fact that it's a fucking diamond-studded knee brace is all the better, too.
Yeah, that was very fucking
her
cool.
whole thing is she's kind of leaning into her dad's, I'm the greatest. I live the high life. I go in limousines and have diamonds and fancy robes and all of her stuff leading up to it. She was shown on a big fucking yacht. And, honestly, their family is fucking trash. But, they get in. The cops were called on them a lot.
Julia?
Julia is going to be Io Sky in 5 years. She is a Italian-Japanese woman who grew up in Japan and became a wrestler there.
Yeah, she was cool. I liked her.
She's got that entry thing that looks like she's like wearing the face hugger from...
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. Horrible mask, but I liked her when she was into the ring.
She's going to be a huge champion, I think, soon.
Nia Jax?
Nia Jax, she is The Rock's cousin. She was fired at one point because she was dangerous. Like, she kept accidentally hurting people.
Oh, no.
But it sounds like she figured her shit out and came back. She is one of the only women to ever participate in the men's Royal Rumble. It's like her in China, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Wild.
And she fucks some people up there. Like, she is big enough to run in that circle. She has really been playing the big boss bitch character. Like, she's twice the size of most of the other wrestlers, so she's not the strongest wrestler, but when she does the Rikishi stink face on you, like, that probably fucking hurts.
Speaking of China, in my old school Raw rewatches, I think I'm like a month away from DX forming.
Oh, wow. Suck it.
That's right. Nikki Bella.
I don't know who she is. I found out a little bit. She and her twin sister used to be a tag team.
Right. She popped in basically right after I got out. And she had an amazing run then.
Yeah, but I have... My
I
entire experience with her is I've heard of the Bella twins, and I saw her there, and her outfit didn't really do anything for me. Her wrestling didn't do anything for me. I'm not trying to insult Nikki Bella. I've got nothing there.
I have no connection to that time period.
And there were other wrestlers I was looking forward to and hoping to see. So when the last one came out and it was Nikki fucking Bella, I was like, but Becky or Asuka or
the Bella twins would have been who was famous alongside John on the female side on like John Cena's come up.
I think Nikki Bella almost married John Cena. And the other Bella twin married a guy named Bryan Danielson, who is another Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
One of the greatest wrestlers of all time, and one of the few I have seen fight live, like in person. I saw his second to last match.
And did we mention who won?
Charlotte Flair, which was the least surprising thing. Like, when she declared she was going to win, everyone kind of went, or that she was going to enter. Even me, who has barely seen Charlotte Flair, is like, oh, she's going to win this. Partly because she's the champion who's been gone, and one of the big champions right now is a woman named Tiffany Stratton, who is, if Barbie was a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
It's Tiffy time. And they share a lot of similarities, so it would be a pretty good match, and it can be kind of a passing of the torch style thing. Charlotte can make Tiffy a bigger star, so it makes sense to have them feud. So she needed to win the Rumble. I don't have a problem with her winning the Rumble, but also I wasn't like, fuck yeah, Charlotte, either.
Mm-hmm.
Same. Like, as soon as she was like really introduced, I was like, okay, I get it. She's probably gonna win. And when she won,
I don't have any problem with it.
And I have no problems with this. She seems like...
Yeah, I'm not going to fucking riot or anything.
Like a legacy character that, like, they're clearly doing something here. I got it.
It's not like if Logan Paul would have won the men's.
Cece would have thrown the projector through the window.
I would have thrown the projector through the window.
We all would have held... It would have been a madhouse as we all tried to get our hands on the projector.
And that's an expensive projector. I love my projector. That little short... Like, you saw what good quality image that thing puts up from, like, 2 feet away from the screen. It's great.
Yeah, very jealous. Very much want one.
Very expensive. Want to go through the men's one,
Let's
too?
go
Or okay.
Rey Mysterio to start, number 1.
Fucking...
The legend.
Awesome. Was excited to see him...
If there's a Mount Rushmore of wrestlers, you have to put Rey Mysterio on it. He is the greatest luchador of all time. I love him. My buddy David, who was there, Tethian, was like he comes over almost every Saturday, and we were watching like Star Wars or Star Trek, and then I got into wrestling, and I was like, well, this is happening, and I will be watching it tonight. You're welcome to come over. And he's like, no. I'm like, no. I'm watching this. You can come watch it with me if you want, but like, I will not be changing my plans. And he was watching, and he's like, all right, I guess this is fun. Like, it's fun. And then he saw Rey Mysterio, and he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, his special move is pretty fun. I like it.
619.
Yeah, and like I got to watch Rey Mysterio's come up.
Oh, fun.
He like we keep saying, he's 50 now. He came up during when I was watching. So
He's been wrestling across 4 different decades now.
Holy shit.
Like Rey Mysterio and The Undertaker were my 2 favorite growing up.
That makes
and then Mankind.
100%.
It makes sense. In one of his most famous matches of all time, his kit is based off the Phantom.
Awesome.
The Ghost Who Walks.
Penta.
Penta.
Fucking, I'm all in for him being the new Rey Mysterio. Penta's dope.
Penta El Miedo Zero.
Such a great way to set him up to be the new Rey Mysterio of like, okay, we're going to throw both of you in the ring.
He's been doing tag stuff for years with his brother called the Lucha Bros.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what his name is. It's not online anywhere. They don't like.
Well, he doesn't want you to know it.
I know, but I just think it's funny that like we keep kayfabe for Penta. The brothers were supposed to join at the same time, but Phoenix, his brother, had time added on for injury over at AEW, and they won't let him leave. So basically, you have a guaranteed contract for a certain amount of time.
Uh-huh.
If you are unable to compete because of injury for a certain amount of time, the company can choose to add on, like say you were out for 6 months, can choose to add on another 6 months to your contract.
Because you weren't working that time.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, this is kind of a fucky situation because they're like add on for time, but they're also not using him on TV. So he can't go fight in WWE. But AEW isn't doing anything with him either. Because wrestling's a dirty fucking business. It's better than it was. It's better than it's ever been. But it's still kind of gross in some ways. I have seen a lot of Penta matches because he was a huge star in Lucha Underground, which is the one where Rodriguez, why can't I think of his
Robert
Rodriguez, made a lucha wrestling company.
Yes, you've told us about this.
Oh my God, it's so fun. And Penta was one of the big villains. I watched him fight Chelsea Green.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
It's weird to watch. I think there should be more intergender matches because fuck it. It's
like given the disparity in like body type, like just fucking put up people in the same rank.
But also like he beat Chelsea and was about to throw her on the tacks. And I was like, this one I don't know if I'm okay with. It also ended the match with her like threatening to set him on fire after pouring gasoline on him. So like it was
yikes.
Lucha's fucking wild, dude. Penta he's got the face paint. I love his mask. He's got the weird little like strut he does on his way down. I think Penta is working to be one of my favorite wrestlers.
Yeah, there's bits of him that remind me of like La Parka from back in the day too and shit. So
probably on purpose.
Yeah. Chad Gable.
He's Wish.com's Kurt Angle.
Oh, that's right. Cool.
I like him better than he used to be. When they first introduced him, he was Shorty G, and his plot was that he's short. I've said this before. Vince McMahon was really bad at his job by the end.
Okay.
He didn't like short people. He wanted all his wrestlers to be like 6'5" and 300 pounds. So if you were a little dude, he'd just make fun of you instead of like doing shit with you.
Well, fuck you, Vince McMahon.
Yeah, also he's a rapist, so...
Yeah, well, fuck you, Vince McMahon.
Thank you.
Carmelo Hayes.
Carmelo Hayes is going to win a bunch of championships someday. Right now, he is a cocky jackass that I'm really looking forward to watching you lose because you mouthed off too much.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of discussion happening about there's not really any black wrestlers in real championship scenes on the male division of WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And like there is an NXT, which is the developmental, and I think there will be in a few years, but it's weird right now. So one of the few black wrestlers, and he keeps losing, some people feel is weird. And I'm not going to tell them they're wrong. You know, the whole like unconscious biases. I'm not saying. I've definitely heard Triple H say, I don't see color, which always makes me doubt.
You should see color, guy.
Yes. Yes, obviously. That said, I am fine with where Carmelo is right now, being the cocky heel who's not as good as he thinks he is, but is getting better, is a good position to put someone into, and I think can take him really far.
Santos Escobar.
Don't care.
Was he the one that had no heat coming down?
No, that's Andrade, who we also
okay.
do not care. Santos Escobar used to work for Rey Mysterio and then decided Rey betrayed him. So he split from the LWO to form Legado del Fantasma. And then they just had the two Latin wrestling groups feuding for a while. Santos doesn't matter.
Cool.
Sorry.
Yeah. I don't remember him.
He has kind of a cool entry look. He's got kind of an Aztec look to some of his stuff. But,
okay, now I remember him. Luchador without a mask.
Yeah. So the less interesting luchador.
Yes.
Otis.
Yes, Otis.
Yeah, my favorite.
He's short and big and apparently one of the strongest people in the WWE. Like, physically strongest, and I believe it.
I believe it.
He is built like someone who... Him and Chad Gable, who are feuding, are best friends in real life and bought houses just down the street from each other. So they can hang out.
And, like, work out, I imagine.
Probably.
Braun Breaker.
The son of one of the Steiners.
I'm going to double check. I want to say it's Rick. Yep, son of Rick.
The Steiners were a huge wrestlers back in the day.
Shout out the Steiners. Me and my boy Angus back on WCW vs. NWO Revenge. You weren't able to fully customize and make your own wrestler,
But you could mod.
but you could modify the wrestlers that were already in the game. So when we would go through like the career mode or whatever, we would modify the Steiners
To be you two.
And no, we would call them Master and Blaster. And one of the ways that you could trigger the an actual knockout, because not just a normal attack could do it, it had to be either like a charged attack or like certain other attacks. One of the ones that you could do a knockout was in a tag team match, one guy could get the opponent up on their shoulders and the other guy clothesline for the top rope.
Okay.
And so that was the closest thing that we could have to having a finishing move of one person being on the other person's shoulders for Master Blaster.
Okay,
from
yeah,
Thunderdome.
I'm into it.
That's silly.
A lot of people really like Braun Breaker. His spear looks like it fucking hurts. The spear is where you football tackle someone in the torso.
He's the one who like ran and just immediately speared someone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that looked brutal, and I did not like that.
He also, his angry face gets super pinched looking, and it makes me laugh.
I kind of dig him.
He's good. I get why people love him or like him. He doesn't do a lot for me, but I think that he's going to have a long career. And one that he deserves.
Then Homeboy got kicked out for the streamer.
Oh, Akira Tozawa was supposed to show up, and a streamer that I am too old to know who he is.
I Show Speed.
I Show Speed, yeah. I don't know who he is. I had to have Mac explain it to me.
He took a couple good bumps.
He helped throw out Otis.
Which, fuck that guy. I don't like that guy now.
Sheamus.
He's a leprechaun on steroids, man.
The palest fucking man I've seen all day.
I always forget how fucking big he is.
He's like 6'5".
If he's 6'5", he's as tall as me. And that's a big motherfucker.
You're 5 inches bigger than me?
How tall are you?
I'm 6.
Yeah, I'm 6'5".
Jesus Christ. He's a big fucking man. His big thing is he does banger after banger after banger after banger.
And then does it come with some mash?
Believe it. Like, every match he puts on is so good.
Jimmy Uso.
He's the less important twin.
He's like, I knew he was there. Like, I had him on my bingo card, and then he got eliminated pretty quickly. I feel like, because he wasn't there when.
I think he was gone by
15 minutes, but like
yeah,
coming in the middle, that means he was still out decently quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember him really in the mix.
So when I entered, he was acting as like a kind of voiceless henchman of Roman Reigns. And he was doing a good job as that. And he's come back recently. And I actually am really enjoying Jimmy right now. But he's just figuring out being a single star, while Jay has had a year to do it. A year or two. Now, credit to him. Jimmy is part of one of the greatest tag teams of all time, the Usos. Mm-hmm. They have a huge number of title reigns. They're great. He's not found his footing yet as a single star. And unfortunately, with his brother being main event Jey Uso, he is struggling a little bit. Because Jey is so over.
Andrade.
Married to Charlotte Flair.
No fucking shit.
Yep. Which, sorry, that's a hot couple. That's he is actually a pretty good looking man. They did not give a single wet shit about Andrade when he entered. They didn't care about him when he was wrestling. They did, and he's not a bad wrestler. Him and Carmelo Hayes put on some really good matches last year. It was the quietest that stadium was the whole night when he was out there.
Look, the 3 people in before him, if you don't count the fucking streamer, stayed in for at least 15 minutes. The person after stayed in for 20 minutes. Do you think the producers called a fucking audible when he got no heat?
I don't know, man.
Because he was
you
in
were
for
predicting
3
that
minutes.
he was in there for 3 minutes. Jesus Christ. I felt bad for I thought he deserved more reaction than he got, but also I didn't fucking cheer much when he showed either. Like, oh, there's
Do you
Andrade.
think he was supposed to be in for 3 minutes, or do you think they called an
I have no
audible?
fucking clue. I kind of think they called an audible because, as you said, like, it went quiet.
Jacob Fatu.
The Samoan werewolf.
He was cool. I liked him a lot. He seems absolutely wild.
He does not know how to close his mouth, from what I can tell.
He seems like he enjoys scritches.
Yeah, probably. He is a hairy man. He
I bet I would see him laying a sunbeam somewhere.
He was a actual gangsta. He was trying to live the banger life, and was in jail when he was watching, or when wrestling was on, and he saw his cousins, the Usos, wrestling and getting huge pop, and he's like, "What the fuck am I doing?" And pulled his life together and became a professional wrestler. Good for, like, I
love him even more.
I'm really impressed by Jacob Fatu. The backflip that he can do from, like, we saw it once or twice here, where he like jumps up to the top and backflips like halfway across the ring. It's unnerving how much spittle he has floating around as he's.
I wonder if he like can legitimately actually close his jaw.
He must be able to, because we've seen him talk, but he spends most of it just He has 8 kids.
Good.
That's
Good
so
for
many
him.
kids.
Strong swimmers.
I'm sorry.
It's a running joke because he was working as the enforcer for the Usos' younger brother, Solo. And everyone hates Solo, but he somehow got over yelling, "Solo, I love you." And Cecil having a running joke of like, of course you love him. He pays for all of your kids' tuition. It's so expensive to have 8 children.
Ludwig Kaiser.
Dude went out so fast, and I cannot laugh hard enough.
6 seconds. That was great.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious.
Which makes him the second fastest elimination in history. He came really close to beating Alberto Del Rio.
Mm-hmm. The Miz.
He's been around forever. He's a 2-time Grand Slam champion, which means he's won, I think, every belt that you can win on multiple occasions. He got his job because he was on The Real World.
Okay, now I remember who we're talking about.
Yeah, so I don't remember him, but I would have 100% watched the season of at least the Real World Road Rules challenge that he was in, if not that actual season of the Real World.
I've seen pictures of him. He looks quite a bit different because 20 years and
A lot of
lot of
wrestling.
working out. Yeah.
But he was also the runner-up in Tough Enough.
Oh yeah, he lost to Maven.
Mm-hmm.
He's incredibly successful. He should be in the Hall of Fame. And from what I can tell, his role this day is to help get younger talent over, and he's extremely good at it. He did a fun tag team with R-Truth. I am so mad we did not get R-Truth in here.
Would have been great.
The Miz is fine. Like, The Miz is better than he's fine, gives him credit for, but, like, also, he's not my favorite by any stretch.
I recognized him when people said the Real World thing. I was like, oh yeah, I know this guy.
Mike Mizowski or something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
know
Like,
of him because of that. Not that I ever watched it. I literally, that's just like enough of a cultural touchstone. I was like, oh, okay, I know of this guy.
Mm-hmm. Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry. We've already talked about him. We don't need to go into it. I love him.
He's great. I like him.
Roman Reigns.
He's the tribal chief. He helped lead the WWE during a time when it desperately needed reinvention, and he was kind of at the head of that.
I like his manager.
Paul Heyman is incredible. I love Paul Heyman. I have acknowledged Roman Reigns as the tribal chief once or twice, which he's got. It was this whole thing he had of acknowledge me, and then you'd raise your like one finger into the air.
Not the same one as you would for Stone Cold.
Which is flipping him off. CC likes to joke that it's breakfast time because he moves like molasses. He moves like
yeah,
syrup.
he definitely had a slow walk in.
He does slow everything. His matches are at a snail's pace.
It didn't seem like he was in a rush for anything.
He has leukemia is the thing that I keep bringing up, like, and it's kind of my joke. He does. He had to leave for a while to go get chemo, and then he came back to wrestling. I respect the shit out of Roman Reigns. I think he's a fun character to have around as a big, dangerous... To me, right now, he's Vegeta. He was the bad guy who kind of became the good guy, but is only sort of a good guy.
Still an asshole.
Yep. Who is sort of the number 2 to Cody's Goku.
But an asshole you can apparently count on in a real pinch.
If you really fucking have to.
In a real fucking pinch.
I don't love Roman. He's another one. I respect what he's done.
He was a guy that I was like, oh, I get your biz. Not my cup.
Roman Reigns. Oh, sorry. Drew McIntyre.
The Scottish psychopath. He accidentally hurt CM Punk last year at the Royal Rumble, and they turned it into a 8-month long feud. And kept the feud going while CM Punk was too hurt to wrestle. He would go on air being like, I prayed for this. I prayed for this to happen to you, and it did. I am so good. After he lost the Hell in a Cell, he's like, I went home and questioned myself to see if I was wrong in all of my hatred and anger. And then I turned on Survivor Series and saw you working with Roman Reigns and Punk. And no, I wasn't angry enough. He's apparently real life pissed off about how that turned out. His throw out was supposed to be a bigger deal, and something went wrong, and I don't fully know what happened. And he threw a hissy fit and stormed out of the building in real life. Drew's good, but I'm pretty sure he's exhausting to deal with in real life.
Finn Balor?
Balor. He's considered one of the best in the world. He leads the Judgment Day. He founded a group in Japan called the Bullet Club, and fucking half the wrestlers working today were a member of the Bullet Club at one point.
Was this guy who came in like a fucking wrecking ball and just kind of wreck shop real fast?
I don't remember at this point.
That's a terrible way to actually describe a bunch of wrestling.
He only had one elimination.
He was a little guy. He wasn't there for very long. He had black and white background stuff, and no one recognized him at first as they changed his entry music. And so it went off, and everyone's like, Who the fuck is this? Oh, it's Finn. Okay.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Shinsuke Nakamura, the current U.S. champion. It's a little weird what they're doing with him. He's supposed to be one of the best wrestlers to ever come out of Japan. He's a sociopath. That's kind of his character. He, like, figures out what your weakness is and then just hyper focuses on it. So, like, when he was going up against Seth Rollins, he was having fun being like, your weakness is your back. And then would just, like, repeatedly kick him in the back or whatever. Like, he's just...
That's fucked up. I love it.
He just pop up out of nowhere when Seth's like, I'm ready for this match. They pop up and, like, punch him in the back.
Your
like,
weakness is your knees.
Well,
and then he just karate chops you in the knee 36 times.
And in fairness, Seth Rollins was working injured. So, like, he had to, like, tape up his back a lot. So it made sense for this, like, fucking weirdo.
Your weakness is your ball sack.
Your weakness is your emotional strength.
He did at one point turn heel by just walking up and punching AJ Styles in the dick. Like, no one knows why he did it. I also like him because he enjoys doing the mist, which is a Japanese wrestler thing where you just spray shit in other people's eyes out of your mouth, and it's fucking gross, but, like, it's always funny.
Yeah, he got eliminated before he could do his mist, right?
Yeah, he didn't get to do shit this time.
Jey Uso.
Yeet. Jay is
cool.
Like, Jay is a lot of fun. He's a decent wrestler in his own right. He's a great tag team wrestler. He's so over with crowds. Like, so often he'll have the entire fucking area just entering. Like, the same way after he won the Royal Rumble and fucking 60,000 people were all doing the day one yeet thing. He'll have that whole thing. Lil Wayne did his entrance to fucking WrestleMania this year. He, a different rapper who I didn't know, and they're just going down in the entrance. That rapper is just smoking so much fucking weed on Raw. And he's like, I wanted to join, but I knew I had to wrestle. And Triple H is like, thank you for not smoking weed on TV. Like,
I wanted to join, but I had to be clear-headed before I went and threw a couple of people around.
AJ Styles.
don't care about him. He's
Yeah.
called the Phenomenal One. He's apparently an incredible wrestler. Literally the most emotion I've ever had about AJ Styles is he was in The Undertaker's last match, which was a cinematic match because The Undertaker was too beaten up to really wrestle anymore. And he kept flipping his hair out of his eyes. And it's one of those things, if I've had long hair, I get it. At some point, it's on you to fucking get a headband or something, dude. Like, it's very much that, like, teenager thing of, like, flipping.
Okay, now I remember who we're talking about.
He reminds me of every one of my mother's terrible motorcycle friends.
Did he eliminate anybody?
He got one elimination. He eliminated LA Knight.
Oh, okay. They've had a feud going off and on for years. And AJ, like, honestly, I feel for him because he had a good match with Cody, a good set of matches with Cody, left for a while, came back, left for a while because he was injured, came back, got injured again on his very first fight back. So, like, sympathy for him. But also, I don't give a fuck. Like, he just kind of annoys me.
Yeah, I don't like the big big floppy hair.
Get a
Fabio
fucking headband. I don't.
Put it in a bun or cut it off, my dude.
He reminds me too much, as I said, of my mother's terrible friends. So that's why I don't.
Braun Strowman.
One big SOB. He's a big man.
Yeah.
He is notably taller than you are. He's the one that just kind of, like, steps over the top rope because he doesn't have to actually, like, push it down to get in.
I don't like that.
He's not the biggest guy in the WWE, but he's one of the biggest ones. He's not a great wrestler, but you don't gotta be at that size.
Yeah.
He is the definition. I showed you that video of Big E talking about big meaty men slapping man meat.
Mm-hmm.
Braun Strowman.
Oh, you didn't show me that. You showed everyone else that didn't see that. I'd seen that one before.
Okay.
Like, that's one of the things, like, that's weirdly enough I knew through cultural osmosis.
Yes.
And then you also brought up the Samoa Joe, like, math thing that I don't know how
Not
to
Samoa
quote.
Joe.
Steiner math.
He's referenced in it.
Yeah, Steiner math, where it's the Braun Breaker's uncle talking about how, like, just mathematically he has no chance of losing, but it's the most, like, nonsensical
fucking insane math. Yeah, that one breached containment enough that I was aware of it.
So this list is saying John Cena was there, but I didn't fucking see shit.
I didn't see him either.
The time is here. The time is now.
Okay, so I knew this is a bit, like, you can't see him, but what's the bit?
Okay, so there used to be, he started as the master of thugonomics.
Gross.
Because he was just freestyle rapping on the bus once, and Stephanie's like, you want to do that on the show? He's actually not bad at it. And he was just doing it for, like, fun, and it became kind of his bit.
I had to remind myself who we were talking about for a moment here. I actually really want to see that.
Yeah.
He's weirdly talented. He plays like, in Peacemaker, that's him playing the piano.
Yeah.
That's not fake. But
Charming.
John Cena's fascinating. I don't care too much about him as a wrestler. I want him to do great this year because it's his final year wrestling, and I just like John Cena as a person enough.
Yeah, like at this point, I like him as a entity that I was like, I hope you get whatever you're looking for out of a final season for yourself.
But the story is, like, he was playing some of his music for his brother, and his brother was doing, it was kind of a dancing of the early, like, 2000s where you put your hand in front of your face and then you kind of just move your face around.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can hear from the squeaking of my chair there, I was doing that. And he, according to his telling of the story, he's like, what the fuck are you doing to your brother? And he's like, I'm dancing. It's a thing. I bet you won't do it on TV. And, like, as a dare. But he messed it up. And instead of, like, putting up the hand on the face and, like, moving around, he put his hand in front of his face and, like, shook it a little bit. And then it turned into You Can't See Me. And then it just
Interesting.
became a thing, and he has been stuck with it for like 20 years now. Like,
CM Punk.
he's CM Punk. He's one of the greatest of. I want to like CM Punk more than I do.
I want to like him too because of the Chicago. He's from Chicago, right?
Yeah.
He's the one who has like.
He's the second city saint.
He came in wearing a pink Chicago flag that's like as his boxers.
After he walked into the
love
stadium wearing the Sudbury Bulldogs.
Yeah, that was a good.
That I liked.
That one legitimately turned, I think, you and Cece for a moment. You were like, well, okay, we can't be completely fucking mad at this guy.
So the problem is CM Punk has a history of calling out the wrestling industry for the right reasons, but going about it in shitty ways.
Bummer. Rage
Quitting and then being angry that not everyone else in the company rage quit with him in solidarity.
Guys, they gotta pay bills to pay.
Yeah. And like,
it's a job, man. It's sometimes hard to leave.
Like, it's a big betrayal kind of thing. Also, like, he's CM Punk, and no one knew what CM stood for until him and the WWE got into a fucking legal battle, and it got revealed in court that it's Chick Magnet Punk.
I would have gone with anything else.
In fairness, he picked that name when he was like 17.
Also, in fairness, he had the great sense to keep it secret until he had to literally.
But also, at least it is PG enough that he could actually say that on television.
But also, he's got like
very X-rated that I'm not going to say.
The Cobra Commander symbol tattooed on one arm and the fucking Pepsi logo on the other one.
That was the other the Pepsi logo. When I saw it, I was like, "Does he have the fucking Pepsi logo on?"
And when asked why, he's like, "I just like Pepsi." Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Okay, that he's moving up the ranks for me, guys, because like that's some fucking weird shit that I'm here for. And also, guys, I like Pepsi. I like Pepsi over Coke. I like wild cherry Pepsi. It's my favorite.
I'm gonna go buy a Coke after this. Just
hey, I'm not gonna stop you from enjoying your things. I'm gonna be over here drinking Pepsi.
I don't like Punk, he got fired from AEW because he was starting a fight in the back. And it sounds like both sides are being dicks, but like he has a history of making life difficult if he feels disrespected forever. Like if he has a problem, he has a history of making it everyone's problem. And that's why I don't like CM Punk. Is he a good wrestler? Yes. Is he great on the mic? Oh, yes.
Oh, very yes. I've heard him on
Does
podcasts,
he
actually.
fight
Now that I
for
think
like
about this.
good things to fight for? Sure. But the way that like anyone who doesn't align with him doesn't count just rubs me the wrong way. And I've probably cost us listeners saying this because like CM Punk fans fucking love him. Also, just because it's funny, he tried to join MMA after he quit wrestling and ended up in the fetal position in the corner. So would I, but I also am not dumb enough to go in the fucking MMA ring.
No,
like...
not without a lot of training. Not without a lot of training.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Whoa, whoa. He is a visionary. He is a revolutionary. He is Seth freaking Rollins. I love Seth. He is... I don't know if I'd call him my favorite wrestler, because my favorite wrestler depends on whether Rey Mysterio's on the screen or not. But, like, when it comes to the main event people, so like Punk, Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, Seth is far and away my favorite. I love Seth Rollins. And he's a fucking, like, I keep using the word a fucking lunatic, but, like, it keeps being accurate. He comes out in the wildest clothes every time.
Yeah, he's definitely putting out some steez.
Yeah.
I've been saying this since you first introduced me to him. He's the most natural WWE superstar I've ever seen.
Yeah, right. He's so comfortable in it. And he's married to Becky Lynch. Like, good for them.
Amazing. Dirty Dom.
Dirty Dom Mysterio is the son of Rey Mysterio, and he was not... He got in because his dad is Rey Mysterio.
I don't like him, and I don't like him as a heel or as just a entity. Like, I'm just not here for his shit.
He's been real honest about it. He got in because his dad is Rey Mysterio. And he wasn't ready. And he was immediately, like, teaming up with John Cena. Like, he should not have been.
Wild.
But people didn't give a shit about him. And so they turned him heel. And he attacked his dad. And he has been getting the most intense heat ever since. Like, he can barely talk because they boo him so loudly.
Oh, yeah.
And he just plays this ridiculous man-child who is, if Affluenza was a wrestler. Like...
It was very funny to see him holding on to the bottom rope at a couple of points, just like in the background of like, well, if they can't pull him from the bottom rope, they can't throw him over.
He's slippery. He's got that.
I believe the term you're looking for is a greasy.
He's got that awful mullet. He's got the awful mustache. He won't stop talking about chicky tendies. He keeps calling Ray a deadbeat dad.
To be fair,
yeah, I'm with you on the chicken tendies.
Are amazing.
He spent a night in jail after him and Rhea, because Rhea was a heel at the time, attacked his dad on Thanksgiving. And he kept talking about how he's done hard time and had like a police escort and a police van bring him into his WrestleMania match against his father. It's so dumb.
That's so silly.
What he learned in the yard. I'm like, you spent a night in jail. Like,
I don't think you even got any yard time,
dude. I've spent a night in jail. Like, that's how hardcore he is.
Sami Zayn.
The wrestler I relate the most to. Sammy is just a nice guy that just wants to, like, have fun and look after his friends and do his best.
I really like him. I want more. I want to know more about him. It was kind of devastating to watch him be devastated. Watching
he is in
watching
Cody and Kevin, they're super close. Also, he's super tight with Jay, who accidentally kicked him out.
Oh yeah,
because Drew was throwing him out. He cannot win against Drew McIntyre. Drew was throwing him out. Jay went to help, accidentally kicked Sammy. Instead, Sammy falls out. There's been a running storyline where people keep thinking Sammy's going to turn evil because he keeps accidentally kicking them in the face when trying to help them.
Shit.
He's got his final move is a move called the Haluva kick.
Okay, so
it's a hell of a kick.
okay, go fuck yourself.
And he'll do the haluva kick to try to rescue someone, and then like the person that's attacking the person he's trying to rescue will jump out of the way, and he'll haluva kick them in the face. And so Jay kicking him out is there's a story there, and I'm not sure what it is yet. I'm worried they're going to make him turn evil with KO, but he's such a good face that I don't want to see it happen. I don't know. Sammy's got some stuff coming up, and I look forward to seeing what it is more than anything else.
And with that, I also want to say, God, I can't remember what the channel name is. I'll look it up in a minute that does it, but there is a amazing video essay on YouTube called The Unreality of Professional Wrestling that talks about how the reality of what the wrestlers are going through influences the emotions being felt during the unreality of the performances, and how they can use that to craft storylines that pay off both.
Interesting.
It's fascinating. And it can also go bad, like when Scott Hall wouldn't fix his drinking problem, so they had stories of him coming out drunk to the ring. But like,
and they do it by comparing and contrasting Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns' careers.
Wild. My favorite thing about Sammy is when he was on the Indies, he disappeared for a couple years, and then a Canadian luchador named El Generico showed up.
El Generico.
El Generico, who just happened...
they talk about that.
Just happened to fight like Sami Zayn, and then El Generico died in a fire rescuing children, and Sami Zayn was so inspired that he returned to wrestling.
That's fucking delightful. I like that.
Damian Priest.
El Champion. He's a big, scary metalhead. I like him. I don't like his music. I like him.
LA Knight.
Yeah.
Super Eye Patch Wolf does that video.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you've sent this to me, and then I forgot about it because I'm easily distracted.
Watch it. You'll love it.
Okay. Watch it.
Yeah. Dude, I'm in for LA Knight.
LA Knight is old school wrestling. He walks in, he yells, "Let me talk to you," and fucking dresses you down forever. And everybody knows LA Knight. Yeah.
LA Knight is the spirit of Stone Cold continued.
And The Rock.
Yeah.
He's, from what I am told, 50% Stone Cold, 50% The Rock from his like early Rock days, and he's the Attitude Era come to life.
And then there wasn't a 30th person that came in. Fucking weird, right?
It was Logan Paul. Move on.
Yeah. He sucked. I didn't like him.
So Jey Uso won.
Yeah, which was a surprise. Like literally,
yeah.
It got down to the final two. We were all like,
"Oh, Cena!
Oh, wild! I didn't think Cena was going to win this, but good for him."
Well, it got down to the final three. Who was the third?
Logan Paul
then final four or final five or something.
It got down to a chunk. Logan Paul, CM Punk threw out Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Logan Paul threw out CM Punk. Those guys got into a huge fight on the side. And then the final three was Logan Paul, Jey Uso, and John Cena.
At which point everybody was like, anybody, just, what are you doing? Throw out Logan Paul. Just get him out.
They brought him in thinking he was going to be a big star, and fucking everyone hates him. And it works because he draws in heat. But also, like, he's just a piece of shit. Like, I'm sorry, but
I have
Logan
no
Paul.
interest in him.
I'm annoyed that he's kind of good at wrestling. He's actually really good at wrestling, but also fuck him. He gets thrown out, and we're like, cool. John Cena's gonna win, but like, I'd be fine either way. We win, and like Tyler's like even saying like, no, I think I'm cheering for Jey Uso here. I think I'm down for it, and everyone's kind of agreed in the room of like, yeah, Jey Uso, fuck yeah. Like, it's got to be Cena for storyline reasons, but fuck yeah, Jey Uso. And then Cena makes one small mistake, and Jey takes advantage and pushes him out, and not even like throws him. It's just like a
A bump, yeah.
Don't they both get like over the rope?
They both get over the rope. Cena does a move that picks him up, and then Jay falls, but he falls backwards back into the ring and is able to just like push
him
Cena.
out, yeah.
And Cena just like
Yeah.
falls, and it's just like, oh, okay. And the room went fucking dead silent. Like there's like 5 seconds of us being like,
Oh,
what the fuck just happened right there?
That-
Like,
whew, fucking. That is another good point of like this whole thing. Blink and you miss it. Some shit just fucking happens in this.
especially with the 30-man wrestlers. Like I love the Rumble. I'm glad it only happens once a year. Like it's so long. And then Cena goes in, looks like he's like possibly gonna start some shit with Jay, be all mad about it, and then you have that brief moment of like, is John Cena gonna turn heel after fucking 23 years?
Which would be so fucking great in all honesty. I would be really here for it.
It'd
if
be
he's
so
just like at
funny.
the very last minute. You know
But
what? You know
Fuck
what?
you guys.
Fuck you!
I'm going
home. But also, I gotta fucking respect that he's like, nope, I'm gonna play the role as is. Like, I'm gonna be true to who I've always been.
Yeah, I
Hugs him.
appreciated that.
I've also heard some behind the scenes stuff because everyone wants him to win. If he wins a 17th championship of a major belt, he'll have more championship runs than anyone in the history of the WWE.
Oh shit.
Officially.
Mm-hmm.
Ric Flair has more in an unofficial thing, but also fuck Ric Flair.
Woo.
Woo! I know, but woo. But anyways,
That's for the one who doesn't know what I'm doing.
yep. Ric Flair would just go woo a lot and everyone would repeat it. But Cena has been like kind of ambivalent about it. He's always been a pretty company man. And he's talked about how he really wants to spend this last year bringing up new talent. So Jey Uso, like that, he's really selling Jey Uso as a big one there. So that was like a fun one to see.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then afterwards, and we didn't see this, he did an after thing that I watched where he walks up and he's like, usually I answer your questions and I take way too long. I'm not going to do that today. I have realized after watching this that like it hit me during the Rumble match that holy shit, this was my last ever Rumble match and that WrestleMania is going to be my last ever WrestleMania. Like and I think that part's true to an extent that it's really kicking into him that what he's been doing for half his life is about to be done. And he's like, and I've always said that I'm just there to kick ass and do what's best for the company. But I think what's best for the company is to win that 17th championship, to be the best, to build this story. And then when someone eventually beats me, I can shake their hand. And I'm like, fuck yeah, John Cena. So he's declared for Elimination Chamber, which is the next big PLE, which is another goofy chamber match, but it's like 6 people instead of 30. So it's much. I love the chamber. It's a lot of fun. Much more contained. And he'll be in WrestleMania. I don't think he'll win his championship until at least SummerSlam, which is in July. Because I think they're really going to elongate he's chasing that final championship.
I like that.
The chase is better than
It's all about the journey,
the
not
victory.
the destination.
Yeah.
Steven, do you have any other questions about wrestling?
Oh my God. We just went through so many
I don't know
fucking
if I have
wrestlers.
questions. I really enjoyed it. I think I think I need to watch another different event to get a better understanding a little bit more. Just because Rumble seems like it's very much its own kind of thing.
The other exciting thing about the Rumble is we have started the road to WrestleMania. It's like, I think 90 days, maybe 100 days this year to WrestleMania. Everything from the start of, Jay he won the Rumble. He gets his choice of a championship battle at WrestleMania. He will main event WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
From here on in, he gets to choose his, everything from now on is going to be setting up for the show of shows, the showcase of the Immortals. I love the different stupid titles. It is what I love about wrestling is what I love about comic books. It's so fucking extra.
Yeah. I had a good time.
Good. We're glad.
Yeah. Sorry. We don't know what we're doing next time yet. It might be wrestling. We will do more wrestling episodes definitely leading up to WrestleMania. We know what the next ones will be. We just don't know when. Eventually, possibly next time. But in the meantime, yeah. All right. In the meantime, we're your Generals of Nerdery. I'm Zach.
I'm Tyler.
Dismissed.
Hi, everybody. General Tyler here. If you like the show, please hit subscribe however you're listening to us right now. Also, if you could rate and review us however you're listening to us right now, or preferably over at Apple Podcasts, we would super appreciate it, as the whole world is ran on algorithms, and we want to be all up in them, getting our voice out to more places. Also, tell your friends. We always appreciate that. If you want to get in contact with us, ask us questions, give us comments, email us, generalnerderypod@gmail.com. You can also contact us through our website, www.generalnerdcast.com. While you're there, check out all of our back catalog, or click the links up at the top, as we are part of the Earworm Podcast Network. Go check out all of our sister shows. We're involved with most of them, so if you already like listening to us talk, it might be in your best interest. And if you want to check out everything from the network, head over to earworm.com, EARVVYRM.com. We'd super appreciate it. Love you all. Have a good one.